Oh, look at me and Mason's DMs on Discord. That's mild.
Excuse me?
You didn't have to go there, dude. That was mean.
You don't even know what it says.
I don't think I want to.
Sorry.
Can't believe you have not one, but 2 romances in the house.
I have all the cool ones.
For real, though? For
real though. Logan
Oh.
hasn't showed up in a few years.
Who
He's
the heck
lost
is
his
Logan?
privilege. Yeah, he's no longer a romance.
You guys even seen him since I last saw him?
No.
He's dead.
Hey, Mason probably has, because he lives
Ugh.
in the same town as them. I have not.
No, Logan doesn't like me anymore.
He's dead.
He like you ever?
He was struggling the last time I talked to him. So.
He's only gotten worse as far as I'm aware, but we're live streaming, so that's a whole other topic.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Give this a run,
Devin,
Cat.
are you camera dead?
Oh.
Sounds like he's dead. Lovely. Alright,
I
guess
was.
You guys are
I
going to
may.
need a new cleric.
Micah, explain how we
sorry.
play Daggerheart.
Okay.
Did somebody
Oh.
say Daggerheart? This is
Yep, we're playing that now.
only character building material, by the way.
Is that what we're doing?
Solely Daggerheart is so cool. I play tested a little bit. I ran a little combat session. It's pretty
Is that a yes?
Played it by
Ring.
himself.
I really like Daggerheart.
Man played D&D by himself.
2D12 system go crazy with hope and fear and
it's
stress.
You know what's even crazier? The DM rolls a d20 instead of a 2d12 because of the unpredictability of the d20. So you have the chance of getting a 24 total to your roll plus your bonus. And you have an average die roll of around 11 because you're rolling 2d12. And the DM has the unpredictability of a d20.
So it levels the playing field.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. Daggerheart, from what I've done, the initiative system, crazy, bonkers, there is none. Well, there is. You don't roll numbers, you just go.
You.
You guys can take actions however many times as you want. Just go crazy. Hey,
Can I stab him
Hey.
and then do it again?
put him back.
Where was he? Was he there?
Yeah, he's right there. He is dysfunctional. Like me.
Hyper.
Leave him alone.
I forgot what I named these.
Named what? The people?
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Did we level up?
Hyperhidrosis is funny
No.
to me.
No, we didn't.
Not yet.
Can
Hmm.
we?
Not
You know,
yet.
if we go and kill all those skeletons,
We're on
Skeleton.
milestone. We're not on
Did
next
we
Skeletons?
second realize what skeletons you were going on about? You can
you'd
certainly
have
try.
to level us up.
Well,
You'd
you can
have
cer-
to.
You can
What
try to fight them
skeletons?
again.
Did you guys kill enough tigers to level up last session?
That was a one shot.
Dude, an unreasonable
you
amount of
guys-
tigers.
I
It
kid you
wasn't-
not,
it's not
I get a
unreasonable.
DM from her, or a text message from her going, it's not a forest and jungle aren't the same thing, and I was like, I freaking called it.
Didn't I say they're not the same thing? And Mikey goes, but in D&D, my ranger, the forest, I want them to be a forest.
Don't you even? I literally
not
said that you're probably not the same thing, but what is the closest equivalent in the class options of character creation? Forest.
Oh.
Is what I said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Rewind it.
I read the transcript. I don't need to rewind it.
Read the whole transcript? Printed that thing out? Like a
I
book
wasn't
on...
watching it.
Like a
Ugh. Like a book? It's like, I got nothing to do.
She can
on a
read
Tuesday.
faster than we can talk, so that makes sense.
Exactly. It took
Why
me like
would-
30 minutes.
Why would they say that? That's retarded. Flip.
You can't. We're on live stream.
Sombra is garbage.
I can use the R word however I want.
What's garbage?
Gay and autistic.
See?
No.
I mean,
I'm one of those things, just not the first one.
Holy crap.
is Josh getting one of those?
Dude, you gotta put your friend or whoever on a leash. Good lord.
No, there's no taming the romances.
one will.
You can't tame them.
We've been playing with people that say the C word every like 5 seconds, so
What are
it's
they
kind of
from,
rubbed
Australia?
off on them.
C word as in like C-U-N-T?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Like
I was,
that one.
I was like, what?
I was
Are they
trying
from-
so hard.
Are they from Australia?
They're upset. They're raging at the game.
Well, you know what? They're romances. They do that. All right.
I'm lucky my mic is okay.
Recap.
Why are there green ribs over here?
I just swear it bugs.
Which one of you want to do the recap?
How do we gotta do it?
Whoever does the recap is also.
Hey,
GM.
fine. I guess if you're gonna be that way. So basically,
I don't
Roku,
remember.
you're gonna get whatever I can think of at the moment, and I'm gonna get corrected. So, you all.
Oh, I remember.
Why do I have my journal?
Oh, he left. He gone. All right, Mason, you are our new DM.
Oh, I don't know. Mason doesn't know what I have planned for you. Don't you worry, buddy.
Mason, is that?
It's
Well, I
tea,
think.
okay?
Okay.
Alright?
Okay.
Bro puts his tea in the weirdest of bottles. All right.
Yeah.
What's a syrup bottle? Well,
So, last you left off, you guys braved the Gat Shadow. Part of it, anyway. Not the whole thing. Found your way into the abandoned laboratory. Looted some rooms. Got feeble-minded for a little bit. Made your way into the main area, on which you triggered one of the oaken bolters that were still the last one still standing that was created by the artificer that once lived here. Finding two different swords while in the facility, mending one of them, which whatever magic was imbued in it, if you have not knowing whether that is intact or not, but having the two long swords nonetheless. Weary, beaten, tired, exhausted. You guys take a long rest inside of the laboratory.
I forgot to take my long rest.
Yes.
Taking my long rest.
JU.
You have
Okay,
the
yep.
long sword from the closet, correct?
I thought I did.
You have the one.
Oh, from the closet. Yeah, I have the one from the.
You have the one.
Yeah, the mended.
From the. I don't know what you would call that.
And you just shove her in there.
Think of the way the Bifrost works. That is kind of like how you stab the sword into the pedestal that Devin took. That
It's Excalibur, but
That-
backwards.
That Orin took.
Is there? Do I just say sword because it was functionally a long sword?
it is functionally a longsword. Besides that, you're unaware of its purposes.
I will just add that to my inventory.
Yeah, I forgot that the other one to make.
So, you guys all doze off, take your long rests. Ju, while you are asleep, your eyes open. You are not where you once were. You are standing on nothing.
You look around and it's just a
Purple galaxy-like space all around. And behind you is Irune, in which he looks exhausted, out of breath, barely holding there. And he goes, "Do you have the sword?"
I do have the sword, and I am a man of my word. Are you ready to go free?
"I need the sword to get out."
This is how old friends treat each other. Yeesh, maybe I'll keep it.
I don't have much longer. If I lose the sword now, I will lose any way out. Please.
Present.
You present the sword to him. He takes the sword, and there's a sigh of relief from him as he backs up And as he backs up, the space around you, darkness spreads in from all sides, and it closes in around you. And you wake up.
Wow.
All of you are awake at this point in time, or off in your little corners, however you want to be, for the sake.
And
of,
we are still sleeping in the library of whatever. I think we called it a library.
For the
It's
sake of my
Irone's-
sanity, I'm doing this.
Should we be on the thing?
What?
The map, sorry.
Yeah.
What we
yeah.
call
Dude,
it.
why are you glowing?
What?
Why is Orin glowing?
Devin is having
Flickering.
flash bomb.
I would say is the
Magic.
No,
better.
his
Someone
character.
said flashbang, and Devin was
Hmm.
like, "Yep, that's me."
He was high
Maybe it
on
was to
food.
calculate bless.
Okay.
It was concentration.
Oh, you're referring to the ring around his character. I thought you were
Yeah,
referring to his
no.
camera
He
that
was-
was quite literally flashing.
I know. I was like, I'm glowing.
All right, that was for concentration on bless, I believe. That
Okay,
has worn
I
off.
turned it.
It's no longer there. So, do you guys go and do anything when you wake up?
Gotta
I'm
think. We
just
kind of
looking
cleared.
through books, probably.
There's the portal.
What was that? You said there was something you forgot.
Oh, it was
before-
the elemental weapon scroll that I found in the other room.
Oh, that's it. Okay, that's lame.
Hey, what do I do with those?
A spell scroll?
Yeah.
You have one level of wizard, so you could transcribe them with X amount of coin and time, but you would need the spell levels to use the spell, or you can just use the spell scroll, which I think is actually just if you have any sort of use of magic, you can just use a spell scroll. You know, you're supposed to roll for it, but I think that's dumb. So.
Okay.
Everybody, all of you have some sort of magic attuned to it, so I think you were able to just be able to
What
cast
do you, are they at any certain level, or are they just
They're at their basic level of which the spell is.
okay?
None of them are upcasted, so I think elemental weapon is a third
Second
level
level.
spell, second level spell. Third level.
I'll figure it
spell.
out.
It's third level because magical weapon's second level, and it's basically that, but a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. JU will wake up and go see if the others are awake.
I will be I'm gonna wake up and start putting on my armor again.
Doesn't
Nobody
sleep in
got that
armor.
was his name of derogatory.
Imagine.
Dude, you guys don't like realistic little quirks like that? Who's gonna sleep in some chainmail? That sounds like the most uncomfortable thing I've ever heard.
Bro meditates, he doesn't sleep.
That's what I was saying.
Hey, who's gonna meditate with chain links up their butt? Like nobody's gonna
I
do
don't
that.
think that's where they are to begin with, but alright.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to alter
Whatever
his
you're
realism,
into.
yeah. JU's not wearing his armor. He's going to check while in his comic book. Just for you, Devin.
So are those who aren't wearing armor putting their armor on?
I'm currently putting my armor on because I figure we're gonna probably be leaving here soon.
For future reference, part of the wake up cycle is putting in the sleeping cycle is taking off and putting on your armor. I just don't.
I didn't know
for the
that.
sake of time. I am aware, and I am aware I have never brought that up. So for future reference,
I have
part of
never
part of,
read that
unless
before.
unless like a sneak attack in the middle of the night or something like that, unless otherwise specified. Just assume that waking up and going to
Well,
bed. Your
I've
armor is
always
being
I've always
accounted for.
done that. I just always took it off in case we got a night raid,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I would be rocking a 13 AC as a
Oh,
goblin shanks me.
yeah, unless otherwise specified, just assume that your armor is that I am accounting for your armor being taken on and off.
Mhm.
I think
That's
I
my
have
normal
three
AC.
clothes on me.
What?
I have 3 different outfits just in my backpack.
As one does. What was your question, Nick?
Oh no, I'm saying 13 is my AC with armor.
What's your dexterity?
2.
Same.
So you're wearing leather?
Oh no, my dex is 0. Never mind.
Tevin with
Oh,
a
I just
solid
have a
flat
higher
10
AC
to
because
his
of the
armor
shield.
class. Alright.
So, do I know anything about how to activate Honor's Last Stand?
About how to... What do you mean activate it? You mean like a...
Because it is. You said it was in its dormant phase.
Right.
And I was.
As far as your character is aware, you know nothing about it having higher phases.
Okay.
I just had to specify that because there's like 3 different versions of the item that you have to equip.
Okay.
Um,
So I didn't know.
that is,
just
I am
asking.
aware of the phases, and that is a thing I am thinking about and keeping track of. But it's also partially affected by leveling scale, partially affected by role-playing scale, and partially affected by a couple of other factors that I don't need to say aloud. So
That's fine. I was just curious. if
Is
my
killing
character would
kobolds
know.
one of the factors?
Yes,
I don't think it helped.
or more likely, more of not killing.
What?
That
No,
was before
no.
you got
I
killed.
will not.
That
I don't
Dude,
care.
dude,
Whatever
dude.
honor, glory, whatever. Those kobolds deserved what they got.
You're like it's supposed to be like Batman. He doesn't kill. He just beats the living crap out of him.
Yeah, you're not.
Beat them up even they were
Vigilantes.
asleep, but
We're vigilantes.
She says while lighting somebody on fire.
Yeah, vigilantes.
she doesn't care.
I know you like scorch corpse, whatever.
Morals
whatever.
aside,
Whatever.
what are we doing?
Different.
I guess I'll just start the conversation. I'm gonna.
I can't see Mason's face. There's too much.
Oh
forehead
my
in the way.
gosh, that was such a jump scare. That
He's been.
I
there
wasn't
for a
ready
minute.
for a
You've been there for a while.
dang gremlin coming over your shoulder. Holy crap!
That's Ethan.
Anyway,
About to say,
That kid.
precious.
I'm good.
You leave
You
it?
know. Oh Lord, there he is again. You better watch your stuff around that guy. He bites for
Nah,
sure.
He's really cool. He's a really chill kid.
I'm gonna just say, if we give this place a damn good dusting, it wouldn't be half bad as a place of operation.
And you're you're willing to make that treacherous climb again.
We have so many things to do in Sincorn.
Since when were you Irish?
Look, okay, give me a second. Yeah.
Wish I could do an Irish accent.
Who knows? Maybe there's a teleporter out of here.
I'm gonna go with no.
There
I'm
is-
gonna-
there is a teleportation sigil in the main chamber, but it is highly damaged and unusable.
We
I
could
think
fix
I forgot
that.
to tell you that last time.
We can fix it.
We could fix that. I can
Average
fix-
sad answer.
Which one of you has access to that spell?
I do.
I got mending.
Teleportation circle? The like
I can mend the
7th level
cracks.
spell?
I can mend the weave.
Yeah,
Oh, we gotta
actually,
get our rune
Mending
back
doesn't
here.
work on
Oh,
magic.
I learned it last
No,
Thursday.
I was joking. It was a joke. I know I'm not gonna mend the weave.
You're not Mistra.
A more important news, Irune has the sword!
He still
How
has the sword on
does
his
that
back when
work?
he says this, by the way.
Yeah,
The sword.
I can see the sword.
Are you saying he came to you in a vision?
Very perceptive, holy man. But yes, he came to me in a dream.
That's different.
I was in the beyond.
But the
I was
question
in Earth
remains:
thumbnail.
how do you still have the sword?
I have the sword.
You have the sword.
Oh yeah. He's gonna realize. He's gonna grab the handle. And be like, wait. I gotta insert it. That's it. I gotta put it in.
What?
Gavin. Ouch! Yay!
I'm very confused where your mind is wandering to now.
And I'm wondering why you're not joyous. It is time for celebration. We are fulfilling our word. He runs away.
Did you just
Yeah,
run
you-
into the main room?
I'm gonna misty step into the next room. Not really. I like my spell slot.
I like having spell slots.
Well, I guess I'm gonna finish grabbing everything and start walking to follow.
I'm still looting this library for everything.
Why am I moving my character? What? Like, gosh. Okay.
As you guys.
I'm gonna.
What
Yeah.
you
Go
doing?
ahead.
What are you doing?
I'm just following it.
Okay.
Just restating it.
As you dart off into the next room, Ju and Trevor jogs behind. Morgan, are you making your way toward that room? No?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Morgan staying behind, not caring about the shenanigans, and Orin making his way in. Just as you enter through the doorway, you hear a large crack of energy. And you look up, and in the middle of the doorway in this room, there is part of a sword sticking out in the middle of the air. Just empty doorway, in direct middle is a sword sticking out at the very top of it. Yeah, that door there. And around it, it looks like it's cutting open the portal, and it starts to slide down. And as it does, the portal widens. And as it slices all the way through, out steps Irune. Sword in one hand, shield in the other. Followed by a mimic.
Oh, yes! Even though I didn't have anything to do with him, yes!
Where's my water elemental, Micah?
An orb. Still in an
In the
orb.
orbit.
As he exits the room, you know the sword you were holding, Ju, suddenly dissipates into dust.
I was hoping to have a magical weapon of sorts.
Irune goes, well, if it makes you feel better, all it does is let you get to the prime material plane. It's useless inside of it. And he just clatters the sword to the ground.
Well, I'm going to be honest.
Portal closes.
Some days I doubted you even really existed. But here you are.
That's really unfortunate. You notice he starts scanning around the room, looking around it. Huh. Just like I left it. Except for, where's the sword? And he points toward the giant stand that is there.
I'm going... Oh, that thing. And I'm going to reach around and it's clipped to my backpack and unclip it and pull it out like that. And just...
May I see it?
Let's wait, or yeah.
Very well. And reach over and hand it to him.
For the sake of, I'm just gonna use this as a token for him for now, because I deleted him from the campaign.
Wait, do we not have Irune?
I deleted him from the campaign because I was trying to clear.
What?
something.
I didn't think about it until right now. So this is what you get for now. So do you walk up to him?
Yeah. I'll walk up to him. Hand it. Hilt first.
Hilt
Takes the
first.
sword and looks at it. His eyes flash for a minute. Not much left in it, but it looks like it's got a singular use left. And he sheaths the sword onto his back. Well, this has definitely been a very fun endeavor.
Yes, it's been quite some time. What are you gonna do now that you're back? Go after your associate? Comrade?
Yes, well, I have other duties too. resolve first. And he looks over in the corner of the room to where that vat is. And he looks at it with a cocked head and he goes, that wasn't broken when I was here last. Curious.
Could have
No,
gotten
top right
damaged in the battle.
Yep, that one. What? What'd you say, Deb?
I just said it could have got a damage in the battle.
No, I was a part of that battle. That is concerning.
Excuse me, you were part of the battle. The one with the iron.
The one that got
Those
me locked out of this plane?
Not that battle.
The one with the broken machines in the back.
Oh, no, that was broken when you walked in.
The one wasn't.
Okay, well,
The not the machine.
The
He's
vat
referring to the
broken.
vat. The
Yeah, and he-
all the thing that you were outlining. That
And he's referring to the battle with that, and you said I was in that battle.
I didn't. He just said the battle. I didn't. As far as he is aware, in talking about that, he thinks you're referencing to the vat in the battle of which it would have been broken, but it wasn't broken. Then I don't know, man. Listen, he didn't know that there was a battle besides that.
okay. Oh, sorry. I think we're a bit confused, but now that I think about it, I think that was broken when we got here.
That could be problematic for future purposes. But, nonetheless, I have duties to uphold. I thank you very much for your help in getting me off of that wretched plane.
That is all? No merry adventures with the crew?
Do I look like someone with something to give?
You have
Well-
plenty of lightning bolts to sling.
I have duties to uphold.
Well, I guess we could appreciate a more sincere thank you.
I brought you your chest.
What'd you say?
I brought you
The
your
chest.
chest. And he, looking down at the mimic, as it's just sitting there, looking like a chest, not doing anything. But you watched it.
Did
when
we
it-
name it? I can't even.
You
Did anyone take
did?
notes on that?
Did you
We
name it
did
Chester?
name
I don't
it.
remember what you named it.
Chester?
I don't think it's
Oh,
someone.
I think we
Um,
talked about Chester, but I don't think we did it.
Chester.
I
I think
have-
we could just rock with Chester.
Chester works.
Let's pretend that it was Chester.
I have duties to uphold now. So, I have kept the god waiting long enough. I should probably get going.
Hold on a minute. You owe me a water elemental that you've been babysitting for me.
Right, that. He's currently very unstable, and I would not recommend unleashing him in the prime material.
Dang it, I thought I would have family.
It's probably best if I hang on to it for now until I am able to help stabilize its condition. Now that I am out, I surely should be able to do that.
Well, if I ever have kids, you can babysit them too.
No.
Can you imagine Irune in like an army of toddlers?
Right?
An army of tiny little JUs as well.
Oh Lord.
He,
All of them
Pirate.
going, J.U. the Undying!
You the Unbound.
Anyway, I have a lot of missed check-ins with my deity that I must complete. So if you'll excuse me, I have to leave now.
Well, safe travels then.
Yes.
Awkwardly, as we're just standing in a room.
Right. And he goes, yes, the goddess will be very displeased with my absence. And
I'm gonna go be like, just like, curious for a bit and quick check his person to see if he has any goddess symbol or something, like a necklace, an emblem.
Make.
Ring.
a perception check.
$22.
Almost impossible to notice. Tucked away, right here, you see the corner and the edge of a holy symbol. Hard to tell what it is from your angle. It looks familiar to you. If you would like, you could roll either a religion or history check to try and determine what it is.
I am proficient in religion.
Okay.
But I suck. A 7.
You don't know, but it's nagging you that you don't know, because you should.
Ah.
He takes a couple steps forward, and starts to walk towards the door.
Yeah, I guess just let him go. This is just kind of, we saved him, and
I hope he doesn't mind that I stole like so many books from his library.
Right.
don't tell him that.
They materialize so fast.
Like, oh, by the way, we read your journal. Bye.
We read like
Diary.
As he walks close to the door, he stops for a second and he goes, "Maybe that would work." And he reaches for the sword, and he pulls it out and turns around and walks over to this pedestal here. And he goes to insert the sword into the pedestal.
I'm gonna take a step back. What are you doing?
Well,
I'm not. It's fun.
there's a little bit of magic left in the sword. If I am lucky, I should be able to open the veil here.
The veil?
He's going back.
The
Just saved you from that.
the
The life or death veil?
the portal to another plane.
Which one?
The one for my mistress. And he twists the sword inside of the pedestal. And as he twists the sword, there is an arcane spark and glow as the archway starts to open. And it splits straight down the middle, sparkling electricity, purple, blue, yellow, red, just any color there is, there's an arc of electricity for it around the split down the middle of the veil. As it starts to slide open, you hear the roar of a dragon. And then it shudders, sparks from the sword itself, and it slams back closed. He goes, "That is annoying. Guess I will
Wait a
have to
minute.
enchant this myself." And he pulls the sword from
The pedestal.
and sheaths it back onto his back.
Wait a minute. I know what's happening. I don't know if my character would know, but I know what you're doing. I know why that religion sounded familiar.
I don't know.
That is... okay, I won't say it, because
If you pieced it together, you have the same information your character has.
Is that Tiamat?
Do you ask him?
I don't know if I would.
Tiamat.
He's just making up words. Just ignore him.
But I think putting 2 to 2 together, hearing a dragon roar,
Roar.
and that you talked about it, summoning a goddess, I'm gonna be like, wait a minute. Is that Tiamat? Is Tiamat your goddess?
Pauses for a second.
Looks at you.
What would make you assume such a thing?
I don't know. Just a hunch. It would be very disappointing to learn that you would follow such a foul goddess. Like, yeah, goddess, I'm pretty sure.
That's correct.
Whoa, we cannot go around bad-mouthing deities.
I thought Tiamat was a boy.
Well,
Is it Trevor?
She is a 5-headed dragon.
Cool.
I just know that Tiamat and
Girl power.
Oh my gosh, what's my god's name?
Bahamut.
Bahamut have beef. I think they're like brother and sister, and they hate each other or something. I
Tiamat
forgot.
is the goddess of chromatic dragons, which you would know this, Orin. It is the goddess of the chromatics, evil, in a sense. Bahamut is the god of the metallic dragons, the dragons that are more resemblant of good. So it is a constant tumble of balance between essentially good and evil, but just for the dragons, in a sense.
Man's got beef with the rainbows.
Right. That is the difference between the two. And Irune looks at you and he goes, "Would there be a problem if that's who that was?"
Depends how much you serve her.
I guess this will be a problem. Tell you what, I like you guys. You helped me. I'll give you a chance.
Oh no.
Leave now.
My money's on
Never
the
speak
Colt,
this
my
to
money's
anyone?
on
I feel like Orin's moral code is questionable.
And we won't have any problems. Try and pull something, and things will be less than favorable. For
This is
both
the
sides.
door back down.
So where do we stand on
Yeah.
steel?
Why?
You made your character like this.
This has been months in planning.
I didn't. Why?
Why
Why did it
did I
have to
ruin?
be? Why Tiamat of all things? Oh my.
He
Great.
looks at you.
I don't want to have beef with Irune.
He looks at all of you.
Yeah, we're taking
Oh.
Irune's
If
side.
you get in the way of me summoning my mistress, I will be forced
Shoot.
to take
I'm
more
going back to the
drastic
library.
actions. And as he says this, his eyes spark and lightning jolts between his fingertips. Or
Slowly edging my hand towards my sword, I'm gonna look at all the others. I don't know if you know exactly who Tiamat is, but if you have any trust in me, I recommend that you support me in this endeavor, and I'm gonna quickly draw my sword.
oh, that is a shame. I really do like you.
And he sends a bolt of lightning off to the side to one of those coils.
And it sparks around the entire room, trapping you all
Oh.
in there with him.
Guys, I'm sorry. I
Let's
had
roll
to.
Initiative.
Oh shoot!
No! Out
No!
of the room. This is.
Is Jay still on Irene's side?
Oh, this
I
has
laughed.
been months in planning. The second I made him, I was like, what if he was the BBEG once they got him out?
Wow!
I left, man. Doesn't mean
Is
I'm
I-
Archimedes a good guy?
I didn't have that planned.
Potentially.
You came up with it, and I was like, yeah, Irune definitely killed that guy.
I've
Potentially.
been trying to vibe check Irune for the past 8 weeks.
I know.
That's what makes it better for me.
I got a 17.
He just
Yeah, but-
seems like such a nice guy.
It is
What
a
would I
nice
do
family.
now that I'm
Awesome.
not there?
He seemed like a nice
Hey,
guy
man,
to you.
Dude,
Oh, you
Irune
weren't there
is so
for the whole angst.
Angst moment.
Oh, the murder spree? Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Angry Irune.
Irune is
When his
so
yeah, that was a
powerful.
facade slip moment.
Well, at least you guys know his strength.
Yes, but do you know his weakness?
How we bonded, man.
I did say I liked
Oh,
I thought we were fam turns
But
out
I-
I'm
you-
not in the room.
you. Serve my mistress first. Oh, you're not in the room.
No.
Interesting.
we're dead. We are D-E-D dead.
If he's the same level, it's fine.
No, this dude did 63 damage to a dragon,
He was wet.
and he has Chaos Bolt.
I
He's
thought
gonna
we
ricochet
bonded.
Chaos Bolt and
Oh,
kill
you
all
don't
of us instantly.
understand.
Cool.
I'm waiting on someone's initiative. Nick's.
I got 17.
17.
Okay,
Sorry, you just didn't roll digitally, and I was.
I got 8, so I was waiting.
I don't roll digitally because that's bad.
I know, but I was just like,
I'm missing one. Okay.
that is really unfortunate. Irune goes first.
We're dead.
Uh-uh.
We're dead.
In which
Bullshit. No, I'm just-
he goes, "While I was
Vibe check.
imprisoned,
My magic was limited as I had to fight to get it back, but now that I'm free, I'm back to where I once was.
he
I
is
don't feel
going
bad
to
stealing from him
cast-
anymore.
That's so like.
Ooh,
Sorry for
he
stealing
is
your
a-
stuff. Actually, nah.
Actually, screw you. I'm gonna hit you with a book.
I'm curious
Uh,
how JU feels out of anyone.
I might
In
need to
the-
borrow Orin's bag of
How's
holding.
the mimic feel?
My dad.
The mimic
Dude,
has
my
not
dad.
moved.
Oh, that mimic's dead. That's just a chest.
no,
Dude.
you watch the mimic walk out.
You better get prepared for JU. He's gonna hold the
The front lines.
elemental as a hostage.
Is JU wet?
I am the embodiment of moist.
He has hyperhidrosis. He's just really sweaty.
In a world full of drip or drowned, my brother is a puddle.
He's going to
You
look
got the
over.
grip. I have the ground.
At JU.
Oh, he didn't even go after me.
and
He
he's
just
going
went straight to
cast
the.
a spell. Ju, make a wisdom saving throw.
You know, I like it. I say
You got. It's just him and me doing a couple exchangings of words where it's like
Me too.
Catholic versus Protestant.
Plenty
We're like, oh,
smooth.
you're, oh, you. We're reaching for our weapons. Oh, you. And then you guys are like, huh? And then you get blasted.
He looks
Atheist?
over at you and he goes, "I think your help will do nicely." And you almost, for a second, you feel compelled to help him. You feel almost some sort of link form between the two of you, and then you're like, "Wait a minute, that's not right," and you just shake it off and just glare at him.
That was a wasted. Freaking waste a 6th level spell slot, I guess.
6th level
As he
spell
tried
slot.
to cast Dominate Person.
Hey man, you dominate me whenever you want.
Pause.
Kick him.
Think
All
about
right.
what you just did. Yeah, there he goes. He's thinking about what he did.
And then he's going to quicken spell and cast.
Firebolt at Orin.
That is a really bad roll. No, that's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
I rolled a 3.
Dang.
It's 12. Still.
As he does this, he turns around and goes, "Fine," and his fire ignites in his hand, and he whips it right at you. But you saw this coming, and instinctually, without you even thinking about it, Honor's last stand, you pick up and just deflect the entire blow of it, fire wrapping around it, completely.
Ignoring the flame. JU.
And here we fought together.
You guys did not fight together.
We almost died together.
Did not happen.
In a
And I
dream.
thought-
In a dream.
No,
You were smart
they never
enough
fought together.
not to follow a god's
They
whim.
was always in a different room.
Like, what kind of
Sorry, dominate.
Dumbass. has to follow God's whim, especially some evil lizard? He's gonna grapple him.
You're throwing shots at multiple people here?
All right.
Some evil lizard.
All right. You're gonna try and grapple him. Is that what you said?
I'm seed. Wait, I'm hold on. I have to look at my. I have to look at something real quick. Where is it?
Some
Okay.
checks that he is good at.
No, I was checking something else. Yeah, he's gonna grapple him right off the bat.
All right, make an athletics check.
That is a BA 19.
Yeah. 4
Plus 3, 7. So you run up and you just grab him and hold him there. He is unable to move, but is still able to, like, he can move his arms and stuff, but he has no movement.
I can bonus action. Oh well, no, I don't wanna waste it. I'd rather slam him against the wall later. All right, that'll be the end of his turn.
All right.
ending JU brings us to Trevor.
Is he a half elf?
Yes, he is. So yes, he has resistance to lots of charms.
But he can still be put to sleep, right?
No, not by magical means.
Okay, never mind. We're gonna do bonus action. Mantle of Inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just gonna do us three because I can't see Riley. So all of us get 8 temp hit points, and if they want to, except JU, I guess, because he's kind of in the grappled position. But I guess that's up to you. Can use the reaction to move their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Wait, I got that too, or
Yes, 8 temp hit points, and you can move up to however far your movement is by using your reaction on my turn. And then I'll cast Charm Person at the first level.
Is it charm person?
Yes.
What's your spell save? Oh,
It doesn't matter. It's 17 plus some.
So it fails.
You before you like barely get the spell off, and like you feel it attempt to start to set in, and like he immediately shakes it as if he sees it coming.
Does that end your turn?
I believe that's all I can do. Yeah.
Morgan,
I
you have heard
left.
shouts of commotion and a lot of lightning noises
Okay,
and a
good.
dragon roar.
and a dragon roar.
Oh gosh. Well, I was there for the dragon roar, and I left as soon as Orin started beefing. Because Orin just does that.
This is for a good reason, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
I can get here with my full movement.
Right. So as you round the corner, you notice that the machines that house the electricity are somehow on and charged, and there's a whole wall-link fence of electricity all the way around the room.
Are these doors open?
They are.
Are all these?
Yes, they are all open.
Which way do these doors open?
Into and then into. So into the hall. Both of them open into that hallway.
Okay. Can they open the other way, or are they only hallway?
That way.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm stuck there because I can't do anything else. But oh wait, I can see. Oh, it's way too far.
Bonus action dash. Did you encounter that?
Unless that's 60 feet. 1 second.
What are you trying to do?
You can definitely cunning action dash.
I can firebolt up to 120
So
feet. Get
firebolt's
wrecked.
20 feet. You can easily hit him with it.
Is Irune identified as like? Do I see Irune as the problem
You
here?
run around. The lightning is up, and Ju currently has him basically grabbed the front of his armor and is holding him there, and he's just sitting there, calm-faced, almost like, yeah, okay, this is. I see how.
Yeah,
it
but
is."
Jay also just does that. I'll shoot him anyways. It's fine.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Does a 16 hit? As I accidentally close out the tab.
No.
16
You
does
suck.
not.
Okay, well then I guess I'm just standing here.
You release the firebolt, and
As you release it, Irune looks over the corner of his eye and pulls his shield up and deflects it last second.
and in your turn,
It was mean.
Orin.
I did not know I had that. That is pretty good.
I'm so upset right now.
At what? What?
I thought Arun was chill. I've tried really hard to make sure he wasn't evil.
Look, this is a big build-up just to have my boy be a little evil,
I know.
suspicious, deviant.
Cool. We were bros. We trauma bonded. We were good.
Who's gonna make him my godfather?
My
I know.
man two-tapped a dragon.
And that's when he was underpowered.
He was gonna babysit Jayu's children. Like,
Oh,
He said absolutely not to that.
he was gonna do it anyways. It's
No, he
Arun.
wasn't. He would,
Yeah,
he would
Arun.
not have done that.
he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Imagine if we just left. What if we just left and all of a sudden, like, we're down, we're at the foot of the mountain, and all of a sudden a 5-headed dragon just burst out the top of the mountain. We're like, ugh.
Well, I mean, you've already determined that the sword has used up what little power is left in it.
He has to re-enchant it.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Whose turn is it? Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to finish drawing my sword, seeing how he attempted to charm him and he quick ran and grabbed him. And his monologuing, I'm going to walk up and say, "Shut your mouth, heretic," and cast silence. By definition, he would be a heretic in my eyes. So that wording is correct.
As you go to cast silence, he snaps his fingers and counterspells it.
At 4th.
Damn it. I hate you. Okay. Thank you. I needed that.
This guy
That
sucks.
hurt my little ego.
He looks at you and goes, "Have you learned nothing from our fights?" Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
As you guys, um, at the okay, jeez, brain fail. All right. So, at the as you finish, as Irune finished counterspelling your spell, you notice in the corner of the room where the sigil is, which is just above where all those cauldrons are, it flickers, sputters, sparks. Down right corner.
Dang it.
It's where all the cauldrons are. Yeah, that. So just above that would be where the sigil is.
I guess I could technically draw it. It's like kind of like that's wow. I forgot how laggy this is. Hang on, I forgot how bad this is. So it's kind of like there. Ignore the bad circle. It sputters and sparks.
Yeah, thank you. And as it does, there's bits of arcane magic failing, and then eventually a figure appears inside of it. One that you recognize.
Hey, we killed one of those guys.
Yeah, well, that's just a placeholder. This is, and as the three of you look over into the corner, you notice this is Eris Wintermane, who has.
What is happening?
Dude?
As he appears, he goes,
Like the
Well,
Avengers are.
"I
coming
was afraid of this. You guys are dumb, and we're getting out of here. Get to me
We're
now."
not dumb. We can't.
And he releases a firebolt at the I don't have a pointer on at this thing right here, breaking the device and severing the connection between these right here. So all of the lightning that's here is no longer there, technically.
You see? I thought Irune was cool, but it was really just Eris this whole time. Like, what the heck?
Just wait till
I
after we
rolled
beat
really
him.
low for his initiative. I was gonna have him like pop in at the beginning, and I was like, "Well, that sucks." Yeah, in which Irune looks over and goes, "Well, old friend, I guess I'll have to do to you what I did to Archimedes." And then he's going to cast Chain Lightning and blast the three of you that are closest to him. So all three of
Nuh-uh.
you need to make dexterity saving throws.
Frick.
Roche murdered Archimedes for real.
Should have cast Bless. But I'm amazing. 16.
Oh, dude, you're cooked.
21.
If 16 is not the DC, I would be pissed.
All right, what do we have?
16.
16,
23.
23,
21.
21. The DC is 17.
He can do arrow. Is this because this is a hand motion, right? He's
He
grappled.
can move his hands. He's not restrained. He's grappled. He just doesn't have movement. So, the two of you that saved are going to take 15 points of lightning damage. Orin, having where is going to take the brunt of it at 30 points of lightning damage
Oh,
as he casts a 6th level spell. Because I said the wrong level last time. 6th level spell.
yikes!
And then he's going to quicken spell and then misty step
all the way up here beyond the lightning.
and he's gonna go, I do not have time for you. And then he idiot saber TM. And he's going to look over at Eris and he's going to go, you, I'm coming for you next after what you did to me. And that is going to end his turn.
Did Eris send him to the dream realm? I think Eris sent him to the dream realm with Archimedes. I'm just gonna be standing there with my shield, like, you know, all black and comedic like, and just be like, as just dust flies out of my mouth. I was joking. I'm not actually doing that. It was just okay. Jeez, tough crowd. Good lord. Oh my gosh.
I didn't hear you.
I want to turn off my camera after that.
All right, so
Next in initiative is
JU.
So you don't know if it's create or destroy water that's making him cry, but just tears are streaming down Jayu's face as he kind of looks at him. You do not need some dragon telling you what to do. You have the freedom to do what you want,
He looks back to
to
you. He
explore your
goes-
own soul.
He looks back to you and he pulls part of his robe down, revealing
Ah,
more blue dragon scales. You knew he had dragon scales, but you didn't realize the severity of it as he pulls down part of his robe and his armor to show you, and he goes, I owe her more than you could imagine. I am
Don't say it like
simply
that.
repaying a debt.
don't say it like that.
He didn't say it wrong. I don't understand what
Yeah,
you're getting at.
Sounds dirty. I'm sorry.
Maybe you should get
That-
disconnected.
You need to get your head out of the gutter.
Like, get your head out of the gutter.
it's a deity.
You're the only one.
You think my magic is
You're not the only one.
from a worldly source like those wizards? Mine derives straight from Tiamat herself.
Is this guy a warlock? What the heck?
No, he is a sorcerer, but draconic bloodline. Blue dragon, which she is.
I
the
guess.
god of the dragons. It's you can flavor it however you want in D&D.
I guess. Sounds awful like a
It
lot
does.
like
It
a
really
warlock.
does.
But it's not.
Irune last name, I swear to whatever god I don't need that I will strip you down to skin and scales and rip those scales off myself.
Yikes.
Well, no. I knew I liked you.
Stop saying that.
It really is a shame.
Well,
we've
I
come
love
to
you
this.
Jeez, you need to chill.
No, it's the fact that he's only saying it to JU.
Riley,
He's referring to, like he motions to all of you. He's talking about all of you.
Not me.
I'll stop. I'm
Micah's
sorry.
over here like I
I'm
hold her
sorry.
more than you know, and
I'm sorry.
Riley's like that's no good.
I'm
Irune
sorry.
pulls
Sexual.
down his shirt just to
Somehow
reveal
sexual.
collarbone.
He's just,
I said
oh
I
my
was
Jesus.
sorry.
It
scales.
is your turn. What are you doing?
I said I was.
I have nothing to throw at him.
Brother, we need to leave.
Are you heeding Eris's words, running to him?
Do I know Aaron's?
Yeah, he's the shopkeeper that you bought stuff from.
Eris! My second best friend!
You bought magic items from his shop in Kymel, like. And,
That's
like,
where
a
you
third
got your
so-
elemental cuffs.
Yeah, that's where you
You
got
know
your
what, shop
items.
man? I've been wondering about you. Alright.
Can I use my reaction to yell at JU to grab the chest?
Chester.
I grabbed Chester.
No.
You pick up Chester?
Grab the chest!
What do I?
That'll be my action.
Make a athletics check.
You know I'm really good at those. Undirty 20.
Well,
Wait,
You know,
21.
I rolled an 8 plus probably 2 for the chest. Yeah, you easily just. It looks like it's trying to keep itself rooted there as if it doesn't want you to take it. But you pick him up anyway and you just tuck him under your arm and you just start running.
I will be back for my elemental brother. You wait and see, you scaled brat. As that'll be the end of his turn.
All right. Trevor.
Awesome. I'm gonna bonus action Mantle of Inspiration so everybody can use their reaction to move 30 feet, basically, unless you have more than that.
You can all just.
That was a clutch move.
It really was.
Unless he fireballs us, that was a clutch move.
His all of his range spells is lightning bolt and chain lightning. He doesn't.
We are
have
pretty
fireball.
lined up right now.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Is basically out of range for everything else. So, I end my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, Irune is going to use his one legendary action.
Did I go?
Counterspell. No, I'm joking.
Go after me.
It's a legendary
Yes.
action. What the hell do you mean counterspell?
To cast banishment on Eris.
No.
And
No.
which- oh my gosh. In which
like-
Eris rolls a natural 20. Freaking heck.
Let's go.
As he
Looks at Eris and he's like, I don't want you here. And releases the spell. You watch as Eris's form flickers for half a moment, and he just holds steady, and he looks up and he goes, you'll have to do more than that.
Eris is cool.
He is.
I don't know, man. You thought.
Oh no.
I know. I'm
Now-
really
now it
getting
is-
nervous, but
Now it is.
Eris is gonna be like,
Morgan's
"Oh,
turn.
the secret actually to being a really powerful wizard, skin babies. That's how it works." Like you're like, "No."
All right. Is that all you
I maintain the fact that I don't like Eris, but
Don't you like Eris?
he's kind of saving us right now. So
Is that all you're doing?
1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Man, I can totally still shoot this guy. 1 second.
I don't think I can
Is
stay
that 120 feet?
Yeah,
This
it's
is
only like
25
70.
Oh wow. I forget how long
25.
that is.
Does hit? Go ahead and roll damage.
I'd be impressed if it didn't.
11.
Can you even?
It slams into his as your bolt of fire slams into his shoulder, and he just shrugs it off, almost like, "Come on, you know me better than that."
Just wanted to shoot him once.
All right, Orin.
After getting blasted, I'm pretty not amazing, but I'm going to.
Get in the circle.
Well, yeah. I gotta remember how far. Sorry, I gotta quickly just look up how far this spell goes.
Thanks for the reminder.
Oh wow, 30 feet. Not great.
I
Okay,
got
I'm
something
gonna-
that could fix that.
I'm going to say. I'll be back to. I'll be back. You can have your time, I'm just gonna say I'll be back. We'll be back, and then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the
Will?
second. I don't know. Okay, I'm struggling. I couldn't come up
Moving
with
fight?
any inspiration. You guys say something that I said. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Make an attack roll.
I'll be back. I don't know
21
what
to
movie
hit.
that's from.
21 hits. Roll damage.
That is second level.
What movie is that from?
Dogma,
Oh.
21 damage.
Dang.
The Terminator.
Alright,
Duh.
so that's a
I got something for
Holy.
you to say.
2 against, so that puts him at 76. Okay. It's as you release the guiding bolt, and he's still reeling from casting banishment. You slam him right in the center of the chest, and he reels back for a minute, and he looks up and he goes, "Oh, so he does know how to fight."
And then I'm gonna Can I do that? Can I cast bonus action healing, mass healing word, or is that 2 leveled
That's
spells?
2 leveled spells.
So, all right.
It turns
That's my
out
turn.
the way that rule works is you can't cast a leveled spell when you bonus action. So if you action surge, you can cast 2 spells that are leveled in the same turn. Fun fact. It's just when it's a bonus action.
All right. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. And in your turn, Eris looks around at all of you and he says, "Hang on to each other." And he puts his hand on Trevor's shoulder because that's just the closest person at the moment. And he is going to cast teleportation at 8th level, to which Irune is going to attempt to counterspell.
Don't the spells only go up to level 9?
Yes.
We are dealing with like one of the most powerful wizards.
My freaking gosh. I have a +9. I just needed to roll at least a 9. I rolled a 7. So as
The
he
counterspell?
attempts, it's because he's not. It's the DC is 10 plus the spell level. It's an 8th level spell. DC is 18. I have a +9 to my counterspell roll, and I rolled a 7. So. He attempts to counterspell, and as he goes to snap, Eris looks at him and he goes, "Not today, not again." And all of you twirl into a space of darkness, disappearing, and the only thing you hear is a very frustrated and angry yell from Irune. As you disapparate from the space.
Disapparate.
We managed not to die. That was pretty smooth.
You are in a swirl of darkness, and then all of a sudden, a bright light in your eyes. It takes a second to adjust. You are standing in a sort of familiar spot. You look around, and it's a very arcane-like forest atmosphere almost, and then you realize you've been here before. You're in the Fey Grove of Singor.
Bruh.
With the satyr?
Oh, horse! It's the horse!
Oh no! Our horse! We
It's
lost our horse!
Our horse!
I completely
Oh,
forgot
frick.
that you had
We
those.
paid for. We never. He keeps a horse because it was a 3 days, and then we were gonna pay him for those
I
days.
completely forgot you had those.
We're dead.
On the bright
Horse.
side, you didn't lose gold.
I think I'd rather have the horse.
It was a free horse.
That was a smart plan not to have us pay right up because
Well, horses are.
No, I didn't. This was not
Horse-
planned then. The ending of that event was completely up to chances and rolls. I had like 6 different outcomes planned, and depending on what my percentage die rolled, depended on even if Eris showed up.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is TPK one of those options?
No,
7
Kevin!
it would have been a long dialogue as you guys half you laid unconscious, and then he left, saying he liked you guys and he would spare you this once. But next
we
time
did bring him back.
Yes,
We did do the good.
did give
We
you an
should not
option.
be bad.
I'm so glad I figured out he was Tiamat At least he gives me some, like, because, like, I can't.
I'm still upset that he was evil.
As you guys
We lost
appear
the
in this
horse.
space, Eris looks to you and he goes, "Well, looks like we have some catching up to do."
Is there any desk next to me? Or table or something?
There's a bench. I mean, you're in like the middle of the Fey Grove. So you're in Singorn. It's just this is the most logical place to teleport to, inside of the like. You're not in a building. You're just in the middle of the streets. So if you're to teleport inside of the streets, the Fey Grove.
If there is a tree or something, I'm gonna slam my fist against the tree and be like, I can't believe I let a follow of Tiamat right under my nose this whole time.
Yes, he's been playing you from the beginning.
There's no way you could have known, Sonoran. I mean, I only
But I
met you once.
There are swarm enemies, even if it should have been hard to tell. I should have saw something.
He did what he did, so you wouldn't be aware, tricking you into helping him, so he could be released from the cage I put him in. And now he is free.
Oh, you're the one that sent him to the dream realm.
Archimedes and I both sent him there. In the fight, Archimedes was killed.
And we let him out.
Yes,
Stupid.
unfortunately, but it will take him a very long time to re-enchant that sword that I broke. I see that it is repaired, which is annoying, but only speeds up his enchanting process only by a little. It's still enchanting, still takes some time.
Sorry.
Luckily, one of my arcane sigils was still intact, so when he activated his ring, I was notified.
Clever.
Also the same for the teleportation circle that I had to spend a long time figuring out how to get functional again.
Does that mean you fixed one of those ballista things?
Those were Archimedes' work. Fixed them. They were broken when I left.
One of them was still operation.
The vat that was in the corner, was it intact?
Kinda.
We left it in pieces.
Was it broken when you got there?
The one in
Yes.
the corner? Are you
Yes.
saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was. Yes. Yes, it
Yes.
was.
That sly little bugger. Zeus, that was me.
That sly little bugger.
I tapped my finger on the desk.
That sly little jitterbug.
Somebody's knocking.
Something tells me Archimedes might still be alive then. Well, he's probably dead.
This is
I
a
think he
roller coaster.
cloned himself. That's anyway.
Whoa.
Thank
High
you,
level.
what?
That's
Can I get a clone? Wait a minute.
I think he cloned himself.
Well, if I am correct, it requires a pound of your own flesh,
Oh gosh.
and weeks and weeks of just sitting there in like a vat per se. So I think he had saw this coming before even I and was taking precautions.
But you believe he's still dead, or?
I think
His
the
clone
one that
is
I
just
saw died.
Hmm.
But the clone may have regained consciousness once it was completed. I never returned once I destroyed the things in there. This is definitely problematic. And I need to go
Are you
to the Tal'Dorei the Council of Tal'Dorei immediately.
So I take it, based on how you're speaking, you are not strong enough to take him on alone.
I might be, but unfortunately, I am bound by other duties and other things. I do not personally have the resources or time to deal with him. And right now, he isn't the only threat to Tal'Dorei.
There's another threat to Taldori.
He says annoyed.
I have told you too much. I cannot tell you more, for you're not on the council. But there are other matters that require my full attention. And as
Isn't
long
his
as
dad in the council?
No,
his dad's
No?
a diplomat.
not on the
Close.
council.
My dad's a diplomat from Singorn to Taldori, so I'm not even.
Yeah.
If anything, Morgan has tighter connections than Thenorin because
Not Taldori to Amon.
As long as he has to enchant that sword, that gives us about half a year, maybe. But
Well, I
at this
swear,
point, he's
under the
probably long gone.
Well, I'm gonna grasp my holy symbol and be like, well, in the eyes of my god Bahamut, I swear that I will run that man through.
Well, you have time to train, prepare, and get to that. Tell you what, I will go to the council and make a proposal. Since all of our
What?
resources are currently being spent on other things, I will attempt to see if I can get them to hire you. You have experience dealing with him, and I am way too spent to physically deal with him. But I will try and get the council to greenlight it, to allow you, to hire you to deal with this mess. I couldn't bring it on myself to kill him, so I sealed him away in a prison of his own making. But maybe...
So that's why he kidnapped us.
Yes.
Kidnapped.
We were kidnapped. We were napped. We were napped.
Sure.
I can't disagree, I guess.
Yes, he is, quite the trickery fellow. But
Well, I am not opposed to this plan. What about you all?
So the plan,
He's gonna go talk to the council.
he's gonna talk to the council, and then he's gonna convince the council to hire us.
We will have the resources to fight a very powerful guy.
Micah,
yeah,
I would like to know the reason why they wouldn't just call Vox Machina.
what?
Do I know anybody on the council?
I'm sorry, I was reading a thing that does not make any sense in my brain.
Okay, what was your question, Nick?
Why wouldn't they just hire Vox Machina again?
They're retired.
Yeah, did they?
They're retired by now, yes, and
They all like went and did different jobs too.
yeah,
Some of them did.
this is the point in time where no one has heard from Vax'Ildon in ages, and Keyleth went to go and lead her people. The Rolos went back to Whitestone to rule their people and to be there, regain their house. And no one knows where Grog went, and Pike and Scanlan have not been heard from, and it is assumed that the two of them are in Marquette, which is on a different on the continent of Wildmount. So they're not even in
Dagon.
Pandora.
Dagon. Again, back to the original question. What do you guys think of it?
I think that's fine.
You
Man,
don't have to.
this got betrayed, and you're like, yeah, that's
I'm-
fine.
Upset.
I never knew the guy good enough, so
Yeah, you have
Never
nothing.
met
You're just
him.
like, huh?
Met him once.
There was a guy in your dreams, huh?
he
I
needs a
once-
sword, guys. We
once-
gotta go get it.
Yeah.
For Irune's benefit, We'll bring him down.
What about the mimic? What is,
For Irune's
The
benefit, we'll
mimic
kill him.
is
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to fight its way out of JU's grasp.
Can I throw it at third Norin? You know, let it loose.
What?
As
Wait,
you guys
what?
are having this conversation, you notice
been
Eris has
tight
been
for a few
flipping through his
sessions.
spellbook and muttering incantations in the air, and it appears like he is, and then muttering one-sided conversations to himself as if he's speaking to someone who's not there, and he can't fully pick up what he's saying, but he is
what sending?
Does he have like a
Casting
sending stone? Is that what it is?
sending spell.
Yeah.
Even better.
It's better than my dinky rock.
You know,
Kinda.
shopkeeper. I think
One
I
uses
talked to your
spell
illusion
slots.
about Irune as well.
Huh?
No, never mind. I'm gonna avoid that part. I'm just gonna hide in the hole. I don't remember the exact words. I talked with the illusion, but I did tell the illusion, it's like, yeah, we're trying to free this like interdimensional dude.
Illusion?
Because when Irune or when Eris isn't there, he puts up a
There's the
projection image.
hologram, yeah. I just don't remember the exact specifics. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
referring to
gonna
the
dangerous
arcane
water.
You
projection.
did have an entire conversation with the hologram, didn't you?
I did actually. I befriended it, and I got his phone number. No,
This is not a Gilmore Vax
I'm going-
situation. Thank you.
Well, since our conversation has come kind of to I'm gonna walk away a little bit and just start exchanging almost apologies to Bahamut that I was so blindsided.
man, he must have done something wrong. I actually see him talking to him for once.
Jayu.
Remember
That's
when we
one
got
of
the
his-
shield? I literally lit incense and prayed to my god.
Plus, isn't that like part of like his morning routine per
It
se?
is,
morning
and
routine,
Jayu's never around.
Yeah, every morning I pick my
Jayu-
spells,
Before me
literally
dancing
the
and
opening my
dancing.
spell book that
Dancing in the
Bahamut
morning,
gave to
guys.
me.
Remember, every morning Jayu dances.
Right.
Yeah,
So he doesn't know.
is prayer.
As this is going on, Eris turns around and he goes, "This is not a burden that you must take up. I am sure that we will be able to split our resources and conquer this threat on our own. But seeing as you have already been drugged this far in, I am willing to offer you the chance if you so wish to take it. The council is willing to not only hire you to deal with this threat, but will give you a ranking status in Amon if you are successful. You do not have to take this. You are open to whatever path you may choose.
I don't
do
think
not-
I'm supposed to do that.
I
I'm
do
a,
not speak for the party, but I will accept in any way I can.
I accept as well.
I will also accept.
He looks over to you.
Your name is gonna be known across the land.
Morgan,
Someone is
the
gonna
savior.
know.
Does
Your
how
parents
many...
are be like, "Is that our defect child?"
All of them see her in a photo. It's like, wait a minute. Choose worth?
You're just gonna have to run from assassin. Like, just hire guys to keep you from assassins. You'll
By
be
the
fine.
time they get assassins over to you, you'll be strong enough to be like, aha, I killed you first.
She is the assassin guy. She's
I'm really not supposed to get that big. Do we have to get, like... I assume the title is not a have-to part of this.
I mean, it is a benefit. It allows you to access into the Cloud Top district of Amon, but
I
it
don't
is
need to
not.
be there.
It is not capital big. Initially,
Okay.
you aren't going to be having to go to fancy dinner parties and anything like
How
that.
do you know I'm avoiding the capital?
No, I'm telling you the status of the rank. Whether that is your
You
quarrel, not mine. I'm simply telling you what this is. You are not given direct access into the capital itself, just the Cloudtop district. You are known only to those specialized guards in that area of Amon. You will not influence the council in any way, shape, or form immediately. If this continued partnership works out, and you have proven yourselves, we are looking for new protectors of the realm.
Okay.
And you are all worthy candidates.
It is quite an honor.
But for now, let's start with dealing with the matters at hand, and then we'll issue ranks accordingly. But no, you do not need to have the rank. Or if you are trying to avoid something, arrangements can be made to help with that.
All right, then I'll agree as well.
All right, take some time for yourselves. Rest up. Right now, we have time. I will be in contact with you when I can. We do not have a lot of resources to spare, but I'm sure I can find you some potions, at the very least. So,
I dig some
with that, I
potions.
must take my leave and attend to other matters. Best of luck to you all. Mishra knows we need it. And he backs up and teleports away.
Going to take a seat on a log or whatever if we're in the forest. And I guess we take a long rest? I'm pretty messed up.
Well, I mean, you kind of also just woke up a few hours ago.
Take a short
Yeah.
rest then.
Yes.
Unless there's like literally nothing else you want to do and you want to just go find a place and then like chill for the rest of the day and do nothing and then sleep.
That is also a viable option.
We can take a short rest here because I don't know. I
What
have
else?
so many-
What else is there to do?
Oh, come on, guys. We'll find something.
We'll find something.
Shopping
Tell me what went down.
We really have so much we could be doing here. We do have to figure out what's
We're
going on
still
with
the
Myriad.
class. Wait, no, the class
Oh.
or the myriad?
The
The
myriad.
Myriad, the
Myriad
Dark
and the
Knight, all that jazz.
There's so much we could do. We could have
We have like a whole thing
another
that we're-
bard off.
I'd win
there's-
again.
There's so much. You're standing here. We're in a freaking Singorn, and you're like,
Play
we got.
Miles Archer,
what we're gonna
you
do.
Probably would win again.
I got +12 to the ones.
Well, listen,
I'm
man,
gonna
I was
take my
rolling
short
threes and
rest.
fours for
Are we all
combat, man.
agreeing on a short rest? Because I'll take it then.
I mean, I don't really need it, but
Yeah, I don't need it either.
Well, can I take a short rest? I got
Jay,
blast.
you will short rest with you.
You guys sit around for an hour as Orin, who took the brunt of the force in that last fight, is gaining his breath and tending to the charred wounds of lightning that he has. You can spend up to your level 6 hit die. You regain 3 on a long rest.
Why isn't it giving me the health? That's weird.
No idea.
That's weird. Okay, so 3 d8s plus 6, 16.
I think we would let Maud know that we were back in town as well.
How do you do that?
During the short rest. There are currently no new news on the Myriad or the Night of Shadows.
Ah, the shadows. Oh, she did run away, didn't she?
I forget what her name.
Oh yeah, she's still stalking. I forgot about that.
trying to get Glory to go back to Bahamut, right?
I think she's currently off doing something else. She's not aware of what her
That's
whereabouts
probably gonna
is.
come back to haunt me one day. I need to talk to my dad. Gosh, I gotta go talk.
He has received your letter. It has been long enough time for that. You would know that he's received it. But that's about all that you would know without seeking answers.
All right. Well, do we want to head into Singorn more deeply?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he can say that, but I can't say anything about serving the deity. I'll let you interpret.
I
Oh,
told you I'd stop.
Oh,
I
I
was
said I was
wow.
sorry and moved on, Micah.
it will never go away, just like the gamer word.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I'm not upset. I'm just okay. I just was like, that
I'm
was a
not
moment you
upset.
could have jumped on that, and I got yelled at.
I was watching, I think, Mason write very slowly on the screen.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I didn't.
man's becoming Joker over here.
All right, so
You guys exit the Fey Grove and enter the city of Singor.
So along the way, how long did he say until he could get back to us, or what did
Month.
I totally forgot?
he told you to take time and rest.
He didn't give you a specified number.
Half a year.
He said it will take around 6 months for him to complete the enchantment on the sword to get it strong enough to to essentially
6
breach the veil.
months.
So you have 6 months, if you are accepting this, to find and defeat Irune.
Oh man.
Do we actually leave the forest?
What?
Do we actually leave the forest, gang?
Yes, you guys have
Okay.
started to enter.
Just
The map of which I still don't have pulled up. Okay.
I wonder if I wonder if Irune is just going to stay up on that cat mountain.
I mean, I have his journal. I could probably figure something out from that.
Probably be smart. In the meantime, what do? We could go around picking up quests from other cities.
We have things to do in this city.
But he said there was no other news of the Myriad.
But we can go find news. Just because there's no news that they know of doesn't mean it's not happening.
True.
No, that sounds about right.
We were told to go investigate the Emerald Citadel to find out about the Myriad's happenings there, which we technically haven't done because we tried to enter the Emerald Citadel one time and it didn't go well. But we could do it again. And it could go better.
That did
You
slip
mean
my
you could not
mind.
get caught?
Yeah.
It could be risky getting involved with the Citadel politics.
But isn't that what we were sent here to do? Like, isn't that the whole thing we were doing here?
We were here to free the slave of the Myriad. What?
But we would find out who that is before we can do that.
There's some operation of Sood being trafficked through the Emerald Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
So are we committed? So I take it we're committed to stop the Myriad.
Yeah.
Yes. Still.
Well, I'm all for it. Can bring.
Does anybody else know
Ma-
about food trafficking?
I have sued that we could traffic.
That's
You also have manpower to sell as slaves,
That's a
so
choice.
we actually have few things. The
Like,
Myriad
maybe we
want.
should practice. Let's practice. Let's start a little market going.
Maybe we
You
can
know-
outdo the Myriad. You know, maybe we can.
Not
just
like
outdo
we'd
the business, put 'em out of
absolutely get
business, you know?
murked
That's the
by the
play.
smart drug industry.
In freaking Singorn, that would be the worst place to try to start it.
We're the Myriad.
Forever.
True. I don't know how they.
There's probably hella residuum
like,
here.
Singorn or something.
Not
I mean,
a single drop of residuums, and
Then I don't know how the fuck I started here.
especially
yeah,
like
it doesn't
with how
specialize in residuum.
up their butt we are.
That's literally what it is.
Right, but they don't specialize in the creation of it. That was a whole other system.
Yeah.
Trevor, you have your blunts. Do you have any more of your whatever you partake in to offer?
What?
Blunts. Did you really use the word blunts in a
What,
medieval
what do you want me
setting?
to say? Siggies? I don't know what the medieval term is for
A pipe.
A pipe?
Cigar.
pipe. Even cigar is better. Okay, yeah. Yeah, trades out one of those words.
I
Siggies.
literally,
You could have made it more authentic, like a roll or something. I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, like one of the smarter
Siggies.
words is not the way he's gonna go. Yeah, it's a ciggy.
Siggy.
I don't have anything. If what you're referring about.
Didn't you take some of mine? You took like 1 dose of whatever I have.
Morgan, he wouldn't take Sood. He wouldn't do that.
We were in the middle of something, Ju. He came up to
For-
me and asked
No.
if he could have 1 dosage of whatever I have.
You guys are
Arguing about this as you walk through into the Tarn Ward of Singorn.
We're not arguing about it. It's
So
like
for story
Okay.
aspect, do we want to take the rest of the day kind of just to chill and do it so that we're not instantly going after the myriad today?
But we do need to plan.
That's true. Okay.
you guys.
And we head to a tavern, the same tavern we went to before. And
The
no.
pretty duck thing? No, we're not in that
no,
town.
no. It's like the tangled something.
we're not even close.
Tangled roots.
Not
is
even
what I called it?
near
I
that.
didn't write that down. I should have. I didn't.
I have it written down somewhere.
I'm
It
glad
was
you
the
take
Song
better notes
Sword
than me.
Tavern? The Song Sword?
No.
Wasn't that it?
It's. I think it's the Twisted Roots or something like that. Because it's
Oh, yeah,
That
right,
you're
sounds
right.
right.
it's right on the
That's
edge of the Reverie Walks.
These are the most confusing notes I've ever seen in my
The
life.
twisted roots. Yep.
There it is. Twisted Roots. All right.
I'm looking through the notes. I know I wrote it down somewhere.
All right. Cool. You guys make your way back to the Twisted Roots Tavern. Drop in your coin for staying there. Eat your meal and relax for the rest of the day. Is there
What can
anything
we
you guys-
strategize as we eat
Yeah. So
of
besides
how we want to?
just figuring out what you're gonna do, is there anything you actually want to do today, or is it just sit down, strategize,
Mm-mm.
figure it out?
Not really.
Right.
So sitting down. So how do we want to go after them? Do we go straight to the Citadel?
Do I know any back ways into the Citadel?
Yeah, probably.
I
I'd
was
assume
there
you'd
for-
sneak out just to the edge of the citadel itself, not the entire wall
Yeah.
there. But
I wasn't allowed to leave, but I could get into the
you can
property.
get in and out of the main building itself, but the building itself still has a main wall, patrolled wall with gate because it's essentially a castle.
So what I'm thinking is, as long as we can get into the wall of the Citadel, I can get us into the building.
Are we sure we don't want to try a more diplomatic approach? We
We
know
do
there's.
not want to try a diplomatic approach.
Did you tell Maud where you were
Tell
staying?
me what? No.
No, you just told her you're back.
Yes.
Okay.
If
Well,
she,
I'm pretty sure.
if she asked where I was staying, I would have told her.
She would have asked.
Then she knows. Yes.
Okay, cool. As you guys are sitting having this conversation, a young elf walks in, looks like late 30s, not old for an elf whatsoever. And he walks in, he goes, is there looking at a card, Thenorin here?
Yes, that would be me.
I was told to deliver this to you, and he puts the card in front of you and he leaves.
I appreciate your service or your services. I'm going
This-
to open up this letter
The
and
card
look at it.
has the house stamp that your house uses on the back.
Perhaps
so
it's
your family stamp.
my family seal. Perhaps it's a letter from my father. And I break it. Put it up.
You open the letter. It reads along the lines of, "This is troubling news. I will be back in Singorn within a couple of weeks after receiving your letter. Meet me in the walls of the Citadel." Which then
Oh.
had this planned well before you attempted your infiltration. The second he said, "I'm sending a letter," I was like, well, dang.
Because if I
That-
recall correctly, I just sent the letter saying that Seraphina went rogue, right?
You gave very vague details, essentially, kind of like what you would do over a letter.
Mm-hmm.
Sent it to him. He's asking to meet within the walls of the Citadel. He has dated the letter and said a couple weeks from then. From the date, this could be anywhere within the next 3 days. The couple of weeks mark would have been 1 to 2 days ago, so it is a pretty safe assumption that your father is in the city and is somewhere within the Citadel.
Right now.
Sorry, not the Citadel. The ward itself for the Citadel, not within the walls of the Citadel. I know how the city works. I researched this. I had the
So he said, "Meet me in the walls of the Citadel."
and not the
he
walls.
is
The Citadel's ward. So you guys didn't live directly in the Citadel itself because it's basically the
Yeah.
castle, but it's essentially like the Cloud Top district of Amon.
Yeah.
You don't live in the Capitol building, but like you're in the fancy district of it. You are just outside the walls of the Citadel Castle. Kind of deal. Essentially, he wants to meet you.
And that was dated, and he's here. Like from the date, he's already.
Based off the date and the time he told you to meet him, it was a couple of days ago, or 1 to 2 days ago when the letter was received. Oh my gosh, I know how to English. I swear, I am so sorry.
Sent, delivered.
The date on which she told you to meet
Is
could have
2 days
been
past.
roughly 1 to 2 days ago.
Okay.
But you're receiving it just now, which means it is a safe assumption to think he is in the city and has been alerted to your presence now in the city.
I wish our postal system was that fast.
You guys were gone for over a week. What do you? That's
Uh,
travel distance. This kid
Looking
was
at it,
The horse?
right.
what is happening?
Yeah, you
Looking
guys-
at it, I'm gonna just say, it is from my father, and judging by these dates, he's probably in Singorn right now. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to go search him out.
And
You don't want to introduce us?
You do
Oh,
have
wait,
a
no.
homestead in so your family has a home in Singorn, and then you live
Yeah.
in an embassy in Amon, kind of deal. So,
Should I go now? Well, yeah, Singorn comes alive at night.
pretty much.
If you all wish, you could join me. I probably will go visit my father today. Or tonight.
Finally get to deck your father over the head for how he raised you.
Yeah, we're going to that. We're
The
doing that.
man you've become.
Dang.
He's a that's bad, JD.
He is a noble and a diplomat. I would highly recommend you didn't.
I'll shake his hand then.
Much preferable.
Jay, you could take a diplomat.
I am actually Jahu Watermain, the diplomat, according to these papers. Flipped open
Why do you-
some
why do you
forged
have-
Did you
documents.
actually pull out papers? There's no way that's real.
From the Kymel.
The Kaimel.
Oh
Kyle
yeah, I
thing.
totally forgot about that.
I did too. I don't know.
From when?
I asked you what
The
like if they could keep
Falsified papers.
Oh, the
Right.
Jack
Yes,
Target
those
concept.
the ones that the class made for you.
Oh my
Oh,
god, I
God.
can't believe you kept that.
Right. I don't even think those are valid anywhere. But
If
that
he's
one
charming
specific
enough,
scenario.
maybe.
He can live in bliss, okay?
If he's charming enough.
Ju and Trevor, when you did your performance thing, I don't remember how much of the Singorn I told you knows your name. How much of it is?
We rolled a nat 20, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, you
No, we didn't roll a
rolled-
nat 20. We rolled like a 27 or something.
Say, it was over the 25, which is the almost impossible DC.
I think you said like that whole section of the Tarnward.
So the entirety of that Tarn ward and a little bit off to the sides and part of the river walks, because that would be a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And it was just
Trevor,
Windrider is your name?
Yeah, it was Windrider and JU.
Windrider and Ju, the Unbound.
I'd like to think of JU's last name being like Suck. Zuck.
Like
JU
Zuckerberg?
Zuck.
He actually
Oh.
owns Facebook. In this world, he's actually an entrepreneur. He is
Like-
rich like crazy.
just
he
a-
puts up the facade
you're
just
gonna
to,
be in
so
there
he
the
can go
whole
on
time.
adventures and feel fun. This entire thing is actually just the metaverse.
That would be an insane.
JU secretly has a golden sword. It's just like dipped in steel, so it looks like it's like
This
going
is just-
out, dripped.
This is
He's
just
got-
Zuckerberg in the metaverse. None of your characters are actually real. Neither is JU. JU's just being played by Zuckerberg.
He pulls out a leather pouch and starts whipping out like diamond rings and just like
He's like, "Oh, you wanted spellcasting components? Well, let me tell you."
I got Google for that.
Pulls out a bag of holding.
I got this gold necklace. It
What?
gives me one free wish if I wanted. I don't need anything
need
because I got all I need.
I'll keep it. He's actually a lizard folk.
These shoes give me plus 15 to my movement speed. Check them out.
And stealth at the same time. And advantage on my stealth. I can
I got
only
these
roll
secret
critical
knee
successes,
pads.
even if it's
I
a
can
natural one.
fall for 50 feet. Won't even feel it.
All right,
Can do a
so,
superhero landing. Won't
Alright.
even hurt.
Reeling that back in. Okay.
We go and visit my father.
You guys stay the night.
Get your food.
Or-
And
I thought we were going that night.
Oh, you're going the night. You're not gonna stay the night. You're not gonna heal up. You're going right in.
Yeah, I think for flavor's sake, we probably should stay the night.
You can go
Okay.
right
Take the
away.
whole
Even
day.
flavor's sake, that makes sense. You just learned your
Yeah,
father.
guess.
either way it makes
Either
sense.
way is up
Because
to
it's a
it's
place
fine.
to
I was
stay.
just under a
It's
different
yeah,
impression.
whatever you want to do.
that works. We can go tonight.
You go tonight.
All right.
You guys finish up your meal and head on out.
Our very fancy meal.
As
The
you
fanciest
guys
meal we've ever had.
are making your way across the Tarn Ward,
You guys make it.
almost to the memory ward itself, and Trevor, a familiar voice rings out to you. Windrider, eh? Well, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. And as you turn around, standing there is a very interesting looking elf. He has
I completely forgot how to describe
anything.
ever. I am so
Mhm.
sorry. As
Makes
far as
sense.
English goes, today has been a horrible day. Okay.
There is, standing there is an elf, but his skin has more of an orangish hue compared to normal elves. His ears are a little bit longer. His eyes, a deep hazel. His hair has like almost like a bit of a yellowish tint to what would normally be blonde. Is like a deep yellow to it. Heard about you all around, Singorn. See, you've made a name for yourself. You do recognize this as
yes.
Jimin.
I turn around and I look around and then I see him and I face him. I go, well, just maybe perhaps around this ward.
Just around the ward, I mean, yes, but it's quite an impressive show from someone who's not from this town and has almost no knowledge of it. Now, which one of you is J.U. the Unbound.
The Undying himself. Hello. Pleasure.
Undying or Unbound?
Unbound.
Both actually. I'm actually also above Unbound, Untethered. As
What an interesting character. Well, I see you are doing well for yourself, my friend.
Yes, I am. It's definitely it's been a while.
It has. I have just returned from the Feywild.
It is quite the interesting place, and I remember why I left.
Yeah, that's why I never wanted to go with you ever.
Yeah,
Actually.
no, I still wouldn't recommend it. But you know, having to visit family and all those things.
Family in the Feywild?
What brings you to Singorn?
I was I was chilling in Amon and doing my bardly things, and then my brother, Kaylin, stumbled upon this group, and he had to take an absent of leave to go back to the temple, and he asked me to take his place in the group, so I graciously accepted.
Interesting. Well, he takes half a step forward and then dissipates from the space and appears right next to you, puts his arm around your shoulder, and he goes, "Listen, I don't know what that interesting kind of character is, but if your skills really are this good, we could go and make quite the show. You could leave them and come join me. We'd be an unstoppable duo." He whispers this in your ear.
No one else able to hear it.
I've committed to myself to this group, gentlemen. We have had quite the adventures the few weeks that I've had with them, and I think I'd rather stay with them.
He pops back out away from you, within 10 feet of you guys, away from you guys, and he goes, "Well, if that's how you really feel, you know how to find me. And best of luck on your adventures, then, friend."
And I just do that.
And then he dissipates once more and disappears out of your line of sight.
I believe the polite thing to do would have been to introduce us, but he seemed like a weird character anyway, so I don't really regret it.
He's definitely a interesting fellow, to say the least.
Is he related to you?
No, I'm a human and he is an elf of some sort.
You would know that he is
legally.
You would know he's not. He's technically.
I know, but would they know what that is?
What is it?
The ones from Singorn probably would have a chance of understanding. Like the actual elves would have probably know what they are.
Well, he's an Eldarin.
Oh, no.
I definitely
Eladrin?
know what an Eldarin. It's an Eldarin. I don't know what an
Eladrin.
Eldarin is. Eladrin.
Thank you.
What's an Eladrin?
They are elves.
Not in character, but
yes. So for you all, Eladrin is what my character in the one shots is.
okay. I thought so.
They
I thought so.
are Elves. But they hail from the Feywild. While elves in the Prime Material have roots to the Feywild, Eladrin are more Fey than elf. Like elves have Fey in their blood, but Eladrin are Fey, but mechanically are considered elves. But they are more pure than even the highest of high elves, and they hail from the Feywild. Rarely do they enter the Prime Material. The most you ever see in Eladrin is in Singorn, because that is where the main bridge between the Feywild and the Prime Material is Singorn itself. And yes, most elves in Eladrin are kind of bitter toward each other. Specifically, the high elves. The wood elves don't give a rip. Mainly the high elves Eladrin are bitter, because high elves see themselves as esteemed in the Prime Material, and then Eladrin shows up and they're like, "Bro, you're not even a real elf." And then there's the butt heads a little, but Some of them are managed. Most of them manage to get along. It's normally the high-ranking ones that are like yeah about it. So
I guess I would be fine because I'm in a clergy. So
yes, your main tell was the fact that his skin and hair and eyes, all of that changes with the season.
Mhm.
Especially when he chooses, and they have an ability called Phase Step, which allows them to teleport around. Essentially, it's a free Misty Step with effects. but,
busted.
What season was he in? By the way, was it fall or summer?
It
I
was,
believe it's spring.
It was spring. Yes, but only Trevor would truly know that. Your characters
Should-
know about Eladrin, but have like almost no run-ins with them. They just know about their existence, and they wouldn't be surprised to see one, but they're like, oh, that's interesting. Kind of.
Mhm.
It's not like, oh wow,
Should I
Eladrin. It's just like, oh, what are you doing here? That's weird.
Well, in character, I say, well, should I even bother asking why you know him, being what he is?
Well, dang.
Politely.
Be-
Politely.
I
being,
forgot about
being
that.
what he is. Well, from what I hear, he's more pure than the highest of elves. So, I mean, it's really up to you if you want to know.
No, nothing like that. I'm just, how would you know him?
I had a running case with him when I was younger in Amman, and he kind of took me in, and it's basically how I am, and a bard of Fey magic.
How do you spell his name?
Jahmin.
And here I thought you would have learned your skills from a group of dwarves. Shows what I know.
And here I would have thought you got your attitude from ogres themselves, but what they say about those.
You guys need to stop
This
arguing.
conversation is happening
this
while you're walking
every
through the Tarn Ward, by the way.
Yeah.
The Tarn
Yeah.
Ward outside of the Memory Ward, as you have now started to enter the space.
But we're speaking common though, so
Yes.
Maybe we should switch to Elvish. Maybe that would be a better way to insult each other. More elegant, more fluid. You know what I mean?
Yes, it would be.
As the idiot,
As you are.
That is gonna
walking-
come up. That's gonna kill us one day. Micah, you gotta write that so it kills us all.
What
That's how
kills-
our party ends.
What's gonna kill you?
It's like
Trevor
a moment.
knowing Elvish.
It's a moment like you gotta say the safe word. Our
Oh,
spell's
no,
gonna
I
activate
have
and
a
we're all
few
gonna
ideas,
die, but
but
it's
Trevor's
Elvish.
Elvish, don't
Trevor,
worry.
you got this. And Trevor's like, and
Easily
we all
mimic it.
die. We all
I
die.
have a
That's
few ideas for it. Don't worry. But as you guys are walking away, you start to hear faint music, a combination of instruments all at once. Any normal person would think that it's like a small band or troupe, but Trevor, you are fully aware that that's Jimin in the distance. It's just ever so faint, and as you're walking, it slowly dissipates. You only catch it for a few seconds because of how far away you are from it.
He's probably just low on coin, and that's why he came back.
So do we keep? Can we keep walking to my house?
Yep. You guys continue on forward. Make your way up to the Tarn Ward that's just outside of the Citadel. This is where more highly esteemed people are. The guards, as you approach the bridge to enter this area, go to stop you, but Orin, you show them your family's crest, essentially, as like a ticket, and they step aside and let you through.
I do believe I have a ring or something.
You have some sort of thing. Even if your character sheet didn't describe it, I would assume you being of
he's a noble, so he has a
noble
signet.
prestige. You have some, like even in just in the noble background, you're able to do these things. So it's just
Like, hold up, it's tatted on my back.
Flat spread.
all of a sudden, Irune shows up. You take 8d10 lightning damage.
and then he disappears again.
Dang. Man
He's
does
your
not
dad
take a
now.
joke.
No, that's what you took actually from the chain lightning. Is 8d10. I rolled really
Wow.
bad.
8d10?
30 is crazy.
D10.
Holy crap.
took-
That could.
And I
What are you
rolled
talking about
30.
not TPKing us?
I
That'll
rolled a
wreck us.
30.
Given high enough, that could have actually vaporized us.
I
'cause
double
that
checked
could-
your guys' health. You had 1/6 level spell. If I hit all of you with chain lightning, at least one of you, even if all of you failed, would have been still standing.
Okay. It was
That
like,
would have
imagine
been me.
It would have
we
been
got
dead.
ashen,
And
like we.
maybe actually you might have had a chance of standing still. If you even if you failed.
Anyway,
Actually, if you succeed, I feel. Anyway, you enter the citadel and you make way to your family's home. Are you knocking or are you just walking in?
Are we going to stop here or keep going?
Oh, right. Oh, I just assumed-
It is 10 o'clock.
I mean, before we get in and forget half the conversation.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys. Do you want to be done now or do you want to go for a little bit longer?
I'm good to keep going.
I have tomorrow off. It doesn't matter to me.
If we do keep going, I do need to go to the bathroom real quick, but I'm good to keep going.
I'm thinking.
That is a good point, though, on the forgetting. Because we'd have the
we can do either your father's encounter and then pick up for the citadel.
We can,
pretty
yeah, I
quick.
can finish my father's encounter and then I'll be good. I don't want to spend all night though. I don't want to play till 11.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Do you go in the bathroom?
Yeah.
say, are you about to leave?
Dude, I
So-
got some metallic water.
Where did we leave the mimic, by the way?
Oh,
that was really loud.
I heard that through your mic, too, yeah.
Yeah, I dropped this on tile.
Ah,
that's
you
tile?
Oh, yeah, he has
Oh,
tile
that-
beneath his
tile.
feet.
That is so uncomfortable. Oh my
I
goodness.
got a little kitchen mat. So there's a mat.
Oh.
This is. I don't think you can see my.
Yeah, we can see it.
I can't really see it. Oh, I see it.
It's the black square.
Yeah, I just was blind. So this is a little kitchen mat, and then I sit on this tile here, and I drop this on the tile that's under my desk. It was pretty bad. Nick, I
Hey,
found a
Magic.
use for my print bed stickers.
I just have a collection of stickers on my desk right here.
I have a collection of print bed stickers.
I got
I have-
Bisec hosting. I got print bed. I got a bunch of metal shops.
I have more than
From-
just these, but I have these like readily available.
I have never used stickers for anything.
I
That's a lie.
have a monthly subscription to these guys, and every single
Like,
package I get
you know how,
comes
like,
with these,
I mean, like
so-
some people put stickers on like their computers, their cars,
Nope.
like stickers in any form. I
I-
don't think I've implied them anywhere.
Put them on my clipboard.
I would put them on my water bottle, except for the only water bottle I've ever owned until recently are these ones from LTT, and it's like it has a decal on it. Why would I put stickers on that? Like, the
First
whole
one,
reason
right?
I bought it was to look at this. I don't want to put stickers over it. But now I have
this water bottle that I stole, and it is beautiful.
Is that a Bubba?
Yeah, it is. I stole it from the Lost and Found. Actually, it's a Forge Plus with print bed.
B Forge and B print red.
Okay. Mason,
Right.
are you alive?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Lovely. All right. So, are we knocking on the door? Or are we going right in?
He kicks down the door.
I was talking
No.
to Warren, for it is his father's home and technically his place of residence in childhood.
The
I
Norn-
will-
Childhood residence.
It's gonna be respectful.
I will do a knock and then open the door. Like,
You knock on the door and open it, and you enter the entryway of your home. Quite the spacious home because you know the position that he has. You don't see him immediately, but you hear,
just down the way. It sounds like coming from the dining room area. What voice did I want to do for this? Oh no. I forgot. I had
Your best impression of Devin's Orin voice,
But older.
but older, yes.
but older.
One moment. And as you all file in, he he rounds the corner and he goes, "Ah, Orin and company. Glad to see you got my letter.
Father, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you."
Do I go for a hug? Here's yeah, probably, maybe. I don't know.
You don't hug.
Does Orin love his dad?
I do have a loving family.
It's up to you to determine the
I will
relationship
go
you're
for
in.
a hug.
All
We're
right,
going for a hug.
You embrace your father in a hug. And when you pull back, he goes, and who is this?
Well, man, it's a lot to explain, but this is during my, what do you call it? Shoot. When priests go out, pilgrimage.
Yeah, I love that.
This is a party of adventures that I found along my pilgrimage. And we have been traveling together for a while now.
Interesting.
And I will introduce you all individually.
Come in, come in. The servants have just finished making food. I can send for them to get more.
That would be much appreciated.
And he motions for you guys to come in. You guys all file in. If unless you don't want to, make your way to the dining area. And
I'll go.
he sits you all down. He goes, "So, Seraphina,
Yes.
it is true.
It's-
She is the Knight of Shadow that we have been dealing with here."
Yes. Did I send in the letter that we fought her?
I do not
And all that?
remember.
I can't remember when exactly I sent the letter.
I don't.
Was it
fully remember the
after?
contents
No, we
'cause
went to
it was-
mountain, some mountain, and then we came back through Singorn, and then you sent it.
Yeah,
So-
it was before you guys got your cart to run off to West.
Yes. So but I sent brief details. Yes. I didn't know it was her at first, but then we found out when she attacked us when we were out Mount whatever it was.
That is very sorrowing news. She is
Yes, she looked like she. It is. I've got to be honest. I tried not to think about it too much, but she almost seemed corrupted. Like there was something happened with her powers.
Yes, well, I had heard she had gotten kicked out of Amman, but I didn't want to believe it. Yes, I've heard of things happening to paladins in the past. When they abandon their oath and their deity, they are stripped of the power that runs from them and is given a new source of power from a different place, origins of which are well beyond me. And most temples can't tell you either. This is very, very sorrowing.
I don't know what caused her to. I don't know what brought her to be it so low to break her oath like that.
I don't either.
But as for what she will do next, I also don't know.
Well, that is definitely a problematic thing.
But the chances that I'll see her again are probably very high. She was coming after this, and I'll show him.
Your
This is-
tower shield.
Yeah, my tower shield.
That is.
She was after this.
besides a shield? What significance does it have? I don't know what that
It's a
is.
vestige. And I don't know if I really knew how much.
I do not know what a vestige is.
It is. I won't pretend that I understand the deeper meanings of them, but they're powerful artifacts. And I know this one was created by my patron god.
Well, that is. If she was seeking redemption. If I were, I would also go for something like that. That is.
Makes
definitely-
sense.
Hmm. Well. Do you know what you're going to do with it?
I'll keep it for now, and hopefully one day I can draw her out with it. Whether she pays for the breaking of her oath, or she somehow comes back. Either way, it will be done.
That's good to hear. And the rest of you, I guess I never got your names.
Orin and
introduced
Jacob.
Yeah.
Did you give the names?
I did.
You just
I
said
said
my
I
inventory
introduced
part.
him individually.
Gotcha.
I instead of going like, "This is Ju, the Unbound." This
Gotcha,
is
gotcha. Okay. All right, then instead of that, he would go. The rest of you, what? Why are you venturing with? What are you?
Wow. Again, seriously, I am so sorry. I
Take your time.
Not English for the life of me today. It's been really bad. What brings the rest of you to be adventurers?
Adventurers.
Or this party that you are?
I think the correct word is unlikely acquaintances.
In Trevor's case, it is traveling performer.
He
Who will
scans
sling a
the
spell.
all of you and looks back to Orin and goes. Kind of does like one of those like, yeah, no, that I can see how that would make sense, based off what Trevor said. How trustworthy is this group? And he looks over to you, Orin, asking you this.
We have shared many things together and have faced many dangers together. I would trust them.
It might have been. I don't know if you've ever heard about it, but today there have been more interesting news within the Citadel. Rumors are starting to spread within it about the ruling family themselves. Something about a long-lost heir. I don't know all the details, but I just heard about them today. The royal family seems to be trying to keep it hushed.
What did you hear?
Just something about a long-lost heir. That's all. I know nothing else. I was not seeking the rumors. I merely heard them.
That was your family name, right? Just to clarify. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I couldn't remember. I forgot your last name.
I don't think you know my last name.
I never said a last name. I just said long lost heir. To
We narrowed it down though. We know your sister, and we know and I would
You
know
who she is?
I would know the politics at least of Singorn. So
It's not like
if you
not
know,
the council members, like the main. Wait, how much would I know? Wait a
I
minute.
don't know. What do you know?
I think he would be somewhat familiar with the political system of Singorn, but he did grow up in Amon.
So,
yeah, but even people
I
in
don't
Canada
think
know
he
who Joe
would
Biden is.
know what ruling members of Singorn, because there is a lot of ruling members. He knows that the head ruling, like essentially the king, like folk, he knows of them,
he knows, like he would know his last name.
But I don't think you've ever been told Morgan's last name.
Well, I might not know the last name, but couldn't
And
I assume what it was if I
don't
knew?
think you know Maud's last name.
Okay.
Would he know the guy that's in charge? Which would be
Yes.
her brother.
The guy who is in charge.
The king, essentially the king. Everyone knows his name.
Biden.
What?
No.
Sorry, the thing I
Alright.
said, you said all that, and I said, but even people in Canada know who Joe Biden is.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes, that's why I'm saying like
Becau-
all of you would know the name of the king, but you wouldn't know like Maud's position. You don't know if she's related to the king, if she's a part of a different royal house, because there's multiple royal houses. There's the main royal house.
We
that is the
do
king
know
and queen.
because she's. Not that my character would know, but you're High Warden, right? High Warden Relda? Or was it something else? I forgot.
Isn't
The
her
Virden
brother the
Lord?
king?
Words are coming out of
Or
your mouth.
some sort of.
Because there's like
Some-
the 4 high positions in Singorn, and it was like either the Verdant Lord or something.
Verdant.
The Verdant Lord
Protector.
is the king.
The High
And
Lord,
that's-
the High Warden.
The High Warden. Oh gosh.
I'm trying to go back.
The,
We went.
No.
Yes,
There's the
it's
Verdant Lord.
the-
The Verdant Lord's the one's in charge of military.
Head of the
And
city
then-
guard.
Okay. Yes, the Verdant Lord is in charge of the military. The Vice Protector, which is
The
what
High
Maud
Warden is the king.
is
Is
the
like second
police
command.
force essentially.
Yeah.
And then there's the. Oh jeez.
It's like High Warden,
High Warden.
Verdant Lord.
So
Right.
High Warden Terelda would be
Yeah.
your distant relative, as far as I know. Maybe.
High
Would I know
Warden,
that?
The king.
Because I know your sister is, related to the High Warden, so I would know to some extent.
She's related to the
Because
Verdant
she said
Lord.
that. Because she said that.
Who
Didn't
said
you
what?
say that?
I remember in our conversation where she's like, "Yes, my brother or something."
Yeah,
my
brother
fa-
was off in
Oh no, my brother is working in the Feywild as the Verdant
Verdant.
Lord.
Yes, her brother.
Yeah,
is the
that's
Verdant
what it
Lord.
was.
Her
So
sister
if I
is
knew-
the vice protector, but you don't know if that means they're part of the royal family or they just are in a royal house.
Do we know that the royal family is Yen Lara?
What?
Where's
At
that
the
coming
bottom of the thing, it says the High Warden has
Right,
always
right,
been of
yes.
Yen Lara's bloodline.
Yeah, okay. I have.
Tweaked
Here.
a lot of that.
Yes, I didn't realize you pulled up the document and then were pulling straight from it because I rewrote parts of it. Hang on. High Warden, blah 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 blah. Yeah, I've redone a lot of the
namings?
names.
So all of the names in the book treat with a few grains of salt, for I have reworked. Like a lot of the Council of Taldore, I have replaced certain members with my own for the sake of not fully using everything and making it
almost a critical role campaign.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Well, we can
Technically,
keep going.
yes,
That's
it
fine.
would still be Yen Lara's bloodline, but
that's their first name, not their last name.
for that is based off how
Yep.
that would work. Yen Lara was female, so if she married, her last name could have changed.
Would it be reasonable to assume that she is the long lost child? That's all I'm saying.
The hair, he said.
It
Okay.
depends
fine.
on if
Sure.
you know of a long lost child or not.
Say this is, you've never heard of a long lost heir, like a lost heir before. You've never heard of any of this stuff that came up.
Okay.
It
Fine.
would've
Okay.
came up
When you were really young. The two
Alright.
of you, one of you was too busy dealing with Myriad. One of you was in Amon. As far as this part of Singorn goes, none of you are fully keyed into what's going on here.
All right.
And you were off at somewhere. I don't remember where you were. You were
in a very long 5-page paragraph of a backstory that I'm not going to go read
Yeah.
right now.
You do know the name of the king.
Is at the temple.
Everyone knows the name of the king.
Oh,
That is a threat and a promise.
well then. I guess I should have made Levi play Irune. Anyway, the name of the king is Leonidas. I don't know if I should. I'm gonna not give every single middle name that's there.
He's the oldest elf in the city, right?
Oldest
That's
elf
how that
in the
works.
city, known as
How old is he?
freaking old.
Old.
How old? You can't just say oldest in the city.
So you see that dirt we're
closing
standing on?
in on 700.
Crap.
He
What the heck?
yes, he is Leonidas Sunwing. Is the name
Sunwing?
Sunwing. That is the name of the
Okay.
king, known as King Leonidas.
So
Or,
someone.
High Warden Leonidas. Sorry, I wrote king in double parentheses next to High Warden so I would know what it meant.
Alright. Okay, back to what you were saying. We lost a child. I shouldn't have interrupted.
But who was
this is
talking?
good. It's good information to have because otherwise you'd be very confused. If this didn't make you more confused.
Mhm.
I'm
It's
sorry.
a hare, not a child.
It's pronounced air, for one.
I thought I said air.
No, he didn't.
No, air is A-I-R.
Air.
A long lost child.
We are moving on.
So,
Who was talking about the lost air?
I don't remember. I remember catching word. Some of the very close servants to the royal family, as I passed by them, were muttering about it. I didn't catch all of it. Just something about a long lost heir.
Is there any immediate political significance about this heir?
The royal family's trying to keep it hush, from my understanding. They didn't bring it up to me. They didn't. There's nothing posted. But the servants closest to the king, the High Warden, seemed to be all secretive about it. They're probably keeping it under some sort of cover.
Well, that's interesting. Don't know how. Do you
Why
have
would
any?
he be thinking about it?
Yeah. Do you have any interest in this, or is it?
Who are you talking to?
Him? Sorry, my dad.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm leaving for Amman within tomorrow, so I'm glad you arrived today.
Yes, apologies. We were on another wild trip, and honestly, it was pure chance that we were able to make here in time. By the way, everyone, my dad's name is Elmir, so.
Oh, that's good to know.
That, you spelled
E-L-M-I-A.
that.
Should I even ask? I kind of feel rough for doing this, but I'm going to. By the way, Father, where's Mother?
I actually thought about that. I was like, doesn't he have a mother? She is currently back in Amman I was only going to be here for a few days.
Ah, I see. Shame. I would have loved to see her. It's been a while. My mother's name is Presta, by the way.
Unfortunately, she
If you want notes.
decided to stay behind as I have to return immediately. I only came here for
Very
to speak
well.
with you about this matter and then return home to Aman.
I also have a sensitive question to ask you, Father.
Of course.
We heard rumors, nothing solid yet, but there might be a chance that there is a myriad spy within the council.
Council of Taldori?
Mm-mm.
No. Well, was that what it said?
In
Said in the
in
Emerald-
Gorn,
the
in the
note said
Emerald
Emerald
Citadel.
Citadel.
Yeah,
No,
specifically.
no, no. Yeah, in the Citadel. I should. Sorry, I'll rephrase that.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
there
that's
was
fine.
spies in the Citadel.
Your character would have known. It's okay.
Myriad spies in the Citadel.
That could be problematic. Have you talked to anyone within the Citadel?
Not yet. We got a little sidetracked with something.
It's a
But
lie.
now-
We did talk to somebody. We
Huh?
told Mom about it.
Are you saying this out loud?
Oh, well, everyone was. Yeah, Maud is part of the Citadel.
Yeah. She
Do you
was-
want to bring up that we're in contact? I mean, I guess
Do
we
you
can.
trust your father?
Yeah, I guess.
His daddy, yeah.
He doesn't need to know everything, though. But yeah,
No,
sure.
we're asking for his
BBEG to add to the list?
Yeah, I was like, my dad's gonna become
Friends,
black.
yeah.
He's gonna politically blackmail us all.
No.
Like,
No.
no.
Do you say that at the table though?
No. If he didn't say anything about it, I wouldn't.
I honestly just forgot. I might have brought that up. I just totally forgot.
We just went on this long spiel about
Yeah,
who
your
is
character
in
would
it.
have known these things, so if you wish to rearrange your spiel.
How about that? I'll be like, well, and do a slight look at Morgan. Let's see if you want to say anything.
Yeah, I'll just give like a little nod, but be careful.
We did run it. We did manage to talk to the. What's her title? Friggin'.
Oh, she's the vice protector.
I did run into the vice protector and asked her a few questions in private. She didn't seem to know of anyone.
That is.
I believe, right? That's what she said. She
Uh-huh.
didn't know.
I would leave it up to the city officials to fix such a matter, seeing as that is, their job, and you're a little bit out of place. But if it is in the Citadel itself, then the officials can't be trusted. But if you trust the Vice Protector, I would recommend coordinating with her to absolve such a thing.
Would
But
Morgan
you
like
have-
As far
to
as
do an
I'm
insight check?
aware, I'm rarely in Singorna these days, so there's a lot
Yes,
going
I
on
didn't-
in Iman.
I guessed, but thank you, regardless.
Of course.
Well, with that, it's been a long day, and perhaps we should get some rest,
Yes, you look like you desperately need it.
as I'm like scorched from
Yeah,
lightning.
you're like charred. Like you and you don't look like you're in the healthiest of positions.
So,
How many
do we
of
want to
you
go off? To...
actually ate the food that was presented?
I would have ate. It's
No.
home cooking? Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yes, yes. Ju?
We ate at the tavern.
You did.
Yeah.
I would have had it. I mean, it's home cooking, man.
As a hospitality,
care.
I would have ate it.
Would you have ate? No. Okay.
No.
You two regain 11 hit points.
The ones who did or who didn't?
That did. The ones that did.
The others lose
He
all their
noticed
HP.
how bad of a condition you were when you walked in, and he had them slip some stuff into the food to heal you guys. So as you're eating, you feel like rejuvenated, and the pain subsides a little I rolled 2d6 for that, by the way.
Impressive.
Yeah, that was a 5 and a 6.
Well, standing up before we go to bed, a quick compliments to the chef, and then excuse myself to go to my room.
Oh, are you sleeping here?
Just abandoning his friends.
It's my home.
That is
He's
true.
gonna go-
But you also have all of your...
Just the three of us
No,
standing in the living
completely
room,
fine.
just being like,
I have
forgot.
already had the servants prep extra rooms the second I saw your friends walk in. When I fetched for more food. I will have dinner prepared for you, or breakfast prepared for you in the morning. I'll have the servants prepared, but I will be gone by the time you will probably be getting up.
Well, even if it was brief, it is good to see you, and I'll go for another hug before I head off to sleep.
He will give you embrace your father once more, and then head into a deep rest. And you guys all go to your respective bedrooms. Take a long rest. Congratulations on the level up.
Let's go!
I will end the session there.
As we all go to Norn's room, and there's like a race car bed right there.
I debated about
As soon
giving
as-
you the level up last time, and I was like, no, they haven't left the clutches of
Danger quite yet. They are still in for a world of hurt.
As soon as I heard there's like us in the living room, I just imagine you and your friends stay over and you forget to give them a blanket.
I know that's what I was thinking of too.
One of us just has a lamp.
He has well-trained servants, and they're not like slave-like servants. Like, they are happy to serve. They are paid very handsomely for their job. Like, these are
This is D10. I need a D8.
yeah, they're happy to be there, kind of deal. Because it's like, I'm being paid a lot for this, and
45.
all I do is cook food all day, kind of
Wait,
deal.
46.
Go.
Right. So it's
46.
yes.
I guess I get nothing for level 7, so.
Level 7.
You get spells, I'm sure.
Level 8. Yeah, you do get more spells and spell slots. Level 8 though.
Ooh.
That's a
I get
feat.
level 4th level spell. Let's go.
Whoa, crazy.
Oh wait, what's the rule? I can switch one spell per level.
You learn a spell, and then every time you level up, you get to switch out a spell.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really good. Don't you?
Dude,
love
I didn't
Cautious
even know
Culture?
I have a hold up, let me
It's an
find it.
alternate rule set made by.
I have Order Demand. I didn't even know I had this. You present your holy, like it's a channel divinity. You present your holy symbol, and each creature of your choice that you see or hear within 30 feet of you must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you until the end of their next turn.
That's cool. That'll help with that.
Or, and this is crazy, or until the charmed creature takes any damage. Well, not that part. You can also use any of the charmed creature. You can cause any of the charmed creatures to drop their weapons if they failed the saving throw.
Yes.
Most.
So I can,
most
like,
of
just-
charm works that way, where it's like you're charmed until you attack them, and then they're like,
But it's like,
Avoid
it's
it
crazy
because
because
of
it's
odds.
anybody.
Yeah.
Within 30 feet. So
Yeah.
I could like have 10 people and I'm just like, bazinga.
"Bazing!"
And maybe have half of them drop their weapons.
Is kind of crazy. Yes.
I wish I knew that. Alright, well, I'm going to head out. Alright, bye.
Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Why should Levi play Irune?
Because he's dressed goth.
No,
Was that the
because he
joke?
said I was gonna fight and beat up everybody on all of your players.
And I was like, shit, how do you play as Irune, dude?
Dude, having Levi come in as like a BBEG.
Teaching Levi how to play D&D.
Oh, you don't understand what I have planned
For Irune. I still have other things hidden away and up my sleeve.
If it was one shot week, by the way, I would have definitely given everything to Gavin. Be like, hey, get over here.
That would have.
You're doing the one shot for me.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
How many first level spells do I know? 2, 3, 4.
You can learn any spell
5,
that you have a
6.
spell slot for. So you could level up to level 12 and take a first level spell.
You could.
That's what's so freaking cool about spells is like you can just upcast them. It's just like, yeah, I'm level 12. I'm taking a first level spell. Upcast it, 8th level, bang, or technically 6th. Level 12, you have 6 spells. Level 6. Don't ask me how I know that. Just know that I do. You get 1 6th level spell slot at level 12. But you could just get a first level spell and upcast it to 6th level.
Doesn't Devin already have Zone of Truth?
He does.
I think, yeah, he has access. So clerics don't learn spells; they have access to their entire spell list, and they prepare what they want at the beginning of each day. So he has access to any 1st to 4th level spell. He just has to prepare it. And so, when he said he gained a new 4th level spell, he meant he gained like another slot to prepare because it goes up every time you like level up. I think you get to add one.
I think I also supposedly have Zone of Truth prepared already, by the way.
I also think you as a paladin can cast it, but like that's one of your like 2 spell slots you get.
Well, yeah, I think I already have one prepared though for it. I just haven't been sitting in my it's been in my back pocket.
Zone of Truth is a really good spell. I've randomly been coming up with ways to use it in my head. I was just like, what if I just Zone of Truth?
I talked to Nick about some spell combos, and I was like, hey, this
The
would work.
unfortunate thing about Zone of Truth is they know it's been cast on them, and they know what the effects are. So like when you cast it, they're just like, I know I can only tell the truth, so I'm just gonna like walk around the points.
Can we say command, and then like cast a command spell, and then be like, hey, speak? But they still wouldn't want to. They wouldn't still speak the stuff that we want to speak. They would just speak the speak of whatever. Okay, never mind.
I'm sorry.
I tried to find a way around that.
Okay. The question is, do I take Polymorph, Charm Monster, or Dimension Door?
Dimension Door
how
is
is-
super good because it's Misty Step but longer range, and you can take someone with you.
You can take everybody with you, can't you?
You can take one other person of the same size or smaller.
Oh, I'm thinking of the spell that just allows you to open a portal to a location you know.
That's teleportation. That's like a 7th level spell slot.
Yeah.
Or
Compulsion
6th
is such a
level, 6th.
weird spell. We're gonna go with that one.
I definitely had plans for Irune right off the bat, like right off the get-go. Like the second I made the character, I was like, this kid, he's the bad guy, 100%. The second we linked them, I was like, oh yeah, this dude right here. And then it wasn't until this week actually where I had the idea, and I was like, why would he be the bad guy? Like, what actual incentive does he have?
I'm so upset.
Tiamat.
Thought he was cool.
He is cool.
We were
Thought he was
chilling.
bro.
We trauma bonded.
Thought
Man.
he was spam.
He gave you an option. He didn't.
I
throw the
actually
first-
pulled up that
I
vine.
would've
Send it to the
taken it,
chat.
honestly.
He didn't throw the first attack. He didn't make the first aggressive move. He said
I wasn't there though. I don't know that.
right, he said, "We can be friends. We don't have to do this. Step out of my way. It'll be okay." And Devin was like, "Tiamat."
Why is Devin gotta
Too
fight
bad.
everybody?
I was gonna let Devin fight him, and then he casted the spell on me. It's like, Well, now I can't.
Well, he wasn't trying to He wasn't trying to be aggressive with you. He was trying to. He didn't know what was. He didn't know how loyal you guys were to each other. So he was just like, "That's the big hitter.
How
If I
bad
can get
would
him
it
on
have
my
been if
side,
we
I
just-
can turn the tide of this without having to lift a finger." So he was like, "You, I'm going to charm you," and then you're like, "Oh, 22 on my saving throw," and I was like,
Quicken spell.
I felt bad about stealing his books until he started fighting Jayu, and then I didn't, and it was fine. I have
Just the
6
run-
books.
give us
But
the
yes, the
rundown,
second
by the
Nick
way.
made that one shot and came up with Archimedes, I was like, that is not the background he has. But I can make it twisted.
You said it was fine, anyways.
It was fine because it was for the one shot. It didn't matter. I am not upset. I'm actually very happy that you did that because it gave me
I
more
thought he
content
was
to work
partners
with.
with Eris.
He was all three of
It
them.
was. It's like a three group
So
collaboration.
all three of them were working on it. But what he told you was Archimedes betrayed them and locked him away. But what happened was he betrayed those two, killed
Mhm.
Archimedes, and Eris locked him away.
It was a group effort.
It was a group effort. Archimedes gave his life in the process. Unbeknownst to both of them, Archimedes apparently cloned himself, in which Eris didn't figure out until right then. Where he is? Does he exist? Nobody knows. But he cloned himself. That's why you didn't find a body in there of Archimedes.
Awesome. I chose Charm Monster
Lovely.
because it makes sense.
Does it?
So like every single other one of my spells except Major Image and my healing spells are enchantment spells. So yeah.
That's
good.
not a lot of versatility.
No.
I don't know what I have for plans in the future right now. I'm kind of currently just going half of it by ear. But just to give you a heads up, I have not looked at a lot of monster stat blocks and I don't know a lot of upcoming situations where Charm Monster would be super effective. I can
So
twist-
don't take.
Well,
Don't take
what I
Charm
can
Monster.
do is what I try to do, which is really, really hard because there's a lot of you and a lot of options, especially as we level up. But I try to twist it around your abilities so that you have the chance to use them, but it's still kind of like difficult. So it's not like, oh yeah, I do it and I win. It's like, I did it, huzzah! But oh my gosh, there's still this. And just the balance of that.
So I take the better spell. Gotcha.
But I think I've only looked at like 2 what would be considered monstrosities to be used, and one of them I didn't use. Actually, that's
Well-
that's not a monstrosity. That's an abjuration.
Okay, look, Charm Monster isn't Charm Monstrosities. It's Charm of a creature.
Is it creature?
It's
It's
a
just
creature. It-
Stronger.
That ups the number to 3.
like
a lot of what you have been fighting have been humanoids.
yeah.
That's a choice.
Weak creatures?
So are you just telling me to not take Charm Monster?
The freedom is yours. If you take it, I will attempt to throw monsters at you down the way. But as of right now, nothing in the immediate future is a lot of monsters.
Okay, so we do the better one and we just go for Polymorph.
Polymorph is a really good spell. It's like a wild shape, but better. And a 6th level spell slot? 5th level spell slot? 4th level spell slot? It's one of those 3. I think it's 4.
Yeah, good session, good session.
The target's gear melds into the new form.
Okay, I guess.
What is the challenge rating of JU? What What is the challenge rating of JU? Let's just
Challenge
get
rating is
Isn't it
based
nice?
off of, right. Challenge rating is calculated based off of a party of 4 that's perfectly balanced across classes, and how difficult it would be to fight 4 people. I'd put him at like maybe 4 people, and like how like intensive an encounter it would be. How many divine smites do you have right now?
How many
spell
divine
slots?
smites? How many spell slots? I have a total of manage spell slots. I have 7 spell
Let's see,
slots,
it's
3 of
6 or
which
7.
are second level.
Right, and you can go bonk, which is like 2d8, and then like another 3d8, which is a lot of d8s, but then like your health would be whittled by 5 or 6.
Okay.
A party of
Okay.
5 would probably get insanely wounded by him, but
If they played their strengths perfectly, like
You said
would
you said
be
a
hard to kill
6.
'em. I think 5. I think 5.
He turns himself into JU and he starts to fall.
I'm sure you could polymorph into him just for the sake of
No, that's
how it would work.
Actually, we're gonna turn Morgan into her sister, and so she's stronger.
What?
hold on.
Morgan into her sister to
Do,
what?
so for I got a question for polymorph. Do I have to know the creature exists to turn him into it, right?
We go back to Irune's library.
I would need to
We
look
look
at
for a
the
book or
polymorph.
It
three.
says the spell
Alright.
transforms a creature that you can see within a range into a new form.
I stole so many
That's
books.
it. Just says a new form.
But like I was saying, Morgan, we
Hmm.
just transform Morgan into her sister, so she becomes a stronger warrior.
Do you think that Maud is a stronger warrior than I am?
I'd say she's higher level. Yeah.
Maud. One second.
Also, one second.
I have to debunk this.
Also, have
Riley.
This.
Dang it,
Or not
Maud's
Riley,
level
sorry.
I'm
Maud's
pretty
level-
sure she's
do
a
I
higher
have-
level than you.
Do I have
Dang.
access
I
to
didn't make her character sheet.
like? Do I have access to just?
Oh yeah, definitely a higher level than you.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Maud's
Micah.
one
Well,
level.
Oh well,
power scaling.
How do you feel that you're only worth 1800 XP?
What?
arguably, Morgan is more powerful than Maud.
Yeah,
if you
Maud's
account for
warrior.
magical items.
I don't know how to use those.
Level
You
wise.
have a dagger that catches on fire. That's 3d6
I don't use that one.
fire damage.
What does my glove of shocking grasp do?
It's a glove that allows you to cast Shocking Grasp once per day,
Nice.
which is a cantrip, which is really good for a rogue.
Dude, I can polymorph JU into an actual water elemental.
Can you polymorph me into literally anybody else?
I don't know
Fire
what's your challenge rating.
I'd say 4 level 4s could beat her.
Okay, what is the heck is
Hey.
polymorph? I just need to look at it.
Hold on, Riley. The
Jayu
heart.
doesn't believe in me. Jayu doesn't believe in me.
JU.
Hey, can you
Mason
do
doesn't
the,
believe in me
Can
either.
Can you do the thing to see
Oh.
if it?
to see if
Wait.
it,
So wait, hold on. I need to change this actually. I was going off of level 5, so we're level 7, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a character, a party of 4, level 7, which changes a lot actually.
Hey, Morgan, Riley, / Riley. I'm just saying, we could rewrite it to where we could say that while Morgan and JU have been
Or
traveling
the
together.
target's level if it doesn't have a challenge rating. Since
Yeah,
you guys
you
are
has
level
been-
7, you would be going based off challenge rating 7 or lower for your poly.
Yes.
Mason gets one
target,
word.
the
with
target's game statistics, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It remains its alignment
One
and
sec.
personality.
I'm still listening. I can hear you.
The personality
Yeah.
and everything's the same.
I just didn't want to overspeak of them. But, we can say that, Morgan and JU have been, not studying, but, JU has been helping Morgan, hone her elemental power.
We've talked about this. We have two very different elemental powers.
Oh, I forgot we talked about this.
Do I
It's
get
right on my mind.
air powers for being level 7 now?
Look in your race.
When was the
Fire
last one I
Ganassi and the
gave
MM.
you?
I made it up, Mason. I made it everything up.
Oh yeah.
I think level 8 was the milestone I originally set.
Rude.
Oh my gosh. Nick,
What?
at next level, level 8,
What do I get,
you can polymorph someone into a T-Rex.
what do I get at level 8?
Why? Wait.
A feat.
I can probably morph somebody into a Triceratops.
That's true. You can do that,
Ew.
Scanlan.
I'm looking at what I can
Sure,
polymorph them
hold.
into.
Okay. At level 8, every class at level 8 gets an ability score improvement or a feat. Which is why I had chosen that as the milestone for your elemental upgrades.
You want to be a giant ape?
But what do I get? That's not another person.
You'll figure it out once you get to level 8. And I
I
have
get to
finished
level
hashing
8.
out and trying to balance it as much as possible.
She levels up mid combat and she just turns into a supernova.
She's just
Like
like, yeah, I'm a
fireball
fire
on her.
elemental now.
I go full volcano.
Okay. Hear me out. I can turn Ju into a mind flayer.
Why?
Don't you have to have seen the thing for the spell though?
It just says a form. It doesn't say you have to spin it.
Why did I reach the
Who the
elemental?
hell has seen a Triceratops?
We could turn Morgan into an actual elemental.
I can turn you into an actual elemental.
I mean, it depends if
would
it's
not.
added to the campaign or not. How that works.
Well,
Technically,
it's-
dinosaurs are canon in Tal'Dorei.
It's from the monster manual.
Turning me into a fire elemental would not help anything.
And then we can make like a joke about it. It's like, oh, is it that time of the month again, Morgan? It
That's-
just turned into like a
doesn't
regular
even
human.
That
sense.
really doesn't make sense at all.
Twice in one day is crazy.
I was about to, thank you. You know what the best part is? I haven't ended the stream
Sounded
yet.
better in my head.
Mason, this stream has not gone down yet.
Holy crap.
I don't know. As a fire elemental, your hit points goes to 102.
My hit points?
Yep,
my
I'm looking at
God.
the stat block right now.
Good at digging
You,
holes.
John
you also
Joey.
have damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. You have immunity to fire and poison. You're immune to exhaustion, grapple, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, and unconscious.
What are you reading?
The fire elemental stat block.
Oh yeah.
If
What's
I
its challenge
polymorph for 5.
I'm so glad
That's
I
fine.
didn't let your moon druid get this high a level. This is a thing a druid can just casually do.
Really?
Yeah, you spend both of your beast forms to turn into an elemental of your choice.
Oh.
Do they only get 2 ever? I thought they
Anyway,
get 4.
John joined, claimed to be on my walls, told me I couldn't find him. I think he yelled "Let's go" for when I said level up, and then he said I like the duck, and he's gone now. But you know, I think that was.
Oh,
totally-
geez.
Fire elemental.
Anyway, I'm
of
ending the
mere-
stream now, so that's
This one's even
4
better,
seconds more unhinged.
and it has swords.
Who's John?